going on?
Not much. How are you?
Good. Is your TV on in the background?
Yeah, let me turn that down for you, actually.
Uh,
Is that better?
yeah, what's going on?
Nothing. I just had a simple question, really. So my main question is like, why is it that I've noticed lately in my dating life? Backstory: I am tall, and I'm 25, so I'm mid-age, obviously. But my main question is, I've noticed that I keep attracting a lot of guys that are like more so attractive to me, more in the intimate level, but I never get past that. Like, I don't know if I'm just not really listening to what they're saying to me, or if it's something I'm doing or representing myself. Like, how do I put myself in a better range, I guess, of category of men that want to see me past the lustful stage?
Why should a man see you past the lustful stage?
Hmm?
I said, why should a man see you past the lustful stage?
Well, because I'm more than just physical attraction. Like, I do give good qualities. Like, I'm I'm very good with advice. I help a lot of the people I do meet, like support them, uplift them, and stuff like that. I help them in their careers and their lifestyles and their goals. So it's not like I'm just out here being lustful myself. But it's like that's why I'm saying I'm confused because it's not. I give off more than just the physical attraction. That's why I'm like, where am I messing up at? Or if it's just what I'm attracting in this dating age right now.
I mean, you grabbing your titty in your profile picture.
Okay, I give you that one. So it is more of a presentation thing.
I mean, that's a part of it, but I mean, I asked you, why should you be seen past the lustful stage? And you said a bunch of bullshit that men don't give a about. So I'm gonna ask you again. Let's try it again. Why should a man see you past the lustful stage? What qualities do you have that a man is gonna see you for a relationship?
What qualities do I have that he should see in a relationship? I mean, okay, so to backtrack on my last answer is why do men not care about those
You're
things?
not answering the question. Why should a man see you past the lustful stage? What qualities do you have?
Well, I have a mindset. I'm pretty sure that's something that is important. I don't just
Okay, what's the
be
mindset? You said some other. Don't nobody care about that. What's the mindset?
My mindset is very strong minded. It's very independent. Like I don't really need a man for a lot of things. I can do stuff for
That's why
myself
you
as well.
single. That's why you gonna die by yourself. That's exactly why you single right there. You just told it. You just told on yourself. You
I just
said
don't.
a strong mindset. Why the would a man that's supposed to be a strong man want a woman that's a strong minded woman? I don't want no strong minded woman. I'm a man. I'm supposed to be strong. You supposed to be under me. You're not supposed to be strong. You a female. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two, you said you independent. You ain't independent. That's something that y'all women, a lot of y'all selves will say because you ain't got no fucking man. You ain't independent on nothing. You supposed to be interdependent. That means you willing to work with somebody. You supposed to say you cooperative. That means you willing to
Okay.
work with somebody. You said independent. So you separating yourself from a man and you saying you strong minded, which means you're gonna be a hassle. You're gonna be bumping heads with a man. You're gonna be argumentative, probably masculine as hell or disrespectful. So you ain't got nothing to offer to no man. You ain't say nothing about submission. You ain't say nothing about nurturing. You ain't say nothing that you can cook. You ain't say you can clean. You ain't say you can give a man a back rub. You ain't say you can help a man. Maybe if he going through something, you could be a woman that's gonna be by his side. You ain't say none of that shit. All you said was, "I'm a man," and that's exactly why you got dudes that just want to hit and they don't want to take you seriously.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from, but I do those things as well. I do cook. I do
No,
clean. I
you ain't
do
say that from the
support
jump though.
needs.
You said exactly what your problem is. You told on yourself. If you ask somebody what's their problem or if I ask you what qualities do you have to offer and you don't mention none of that other shit I just said, you mention all the stuff that's the reason why you single. Usually people gonna explain the stuff that they feel like is the most important up front. So if you get into if I'm trying to bring you into a school, if I'm a university and I ask you why should we bring you in, you're gonna tell me all the reasons why. You're gonna usually say the first most important things and the first two, three, four things. You said a bunch of shit that men don't care about. So you don't prioritize what men care about. You prioritize what you care about, which is cool. I ain't telling you you can't do what you want to do. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. You a woman, woman empowerment, feminism, all that. Congratulations. But you're not gonna get no man with that mentality. So it's up to you.
Okay, and
What's the
then
shit you
I
don't
have
really
a
care
question.
about?
I have a follow up question. You said that no man wants a strong minded woman,
No.
and I'm not. And so I'm not gonna say you guys want to weak-minded women, but were you just saying as in you want someone that could be submissive and be understanding and more supportive in that area?
Let me ask you this. This is gonna prove my point. When you say you strong-minded, what do that mean? Where do
Means
the
like I don't fall for any guys.
where do the strength come from?
And myself, really just having to learn things my way and not having to ask somebody for help
Listen to the
consistently.
question. Listen to the question.
Okay.
Where does strength come from?
Where does it come from?
Mm-hmm.
Within?
No. Strength comes from usually a place of negativity and trauma.
Okay.
Strength is something that's built over time. Even when you go to a gym, like if you get stronger, your body, you have to destroy your body to get it stronger. When women say
Right.
that they're strong, I had to check my own mama on it a few years ago. My mother was saying that she was a strong woman. I'm like, Ma, you're not a strong woman. I asked her, like, where did that strength come from, Ma? And I was like, and she basically said, like, well, all the stuff I've been through. And I was like, so you titling yourself your trauma. So when you say you strength, I got strength and shit, all you doing is titling yourself with your trauma. That's all you doing. That's not what a man want. Men don't want a traumatized ass female. We don't want that. I don't want no traumatized ass woman. You just throwing your trauma as your personality trait. That's your title. I'm a strong woman. You basically saying I'm a traumatized woman. Come get me. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that.
Okay. I definitely understand what you're saying now on a deeper level.
Yeah. So men, and this is the thing though. You got, how you say your name? Is it Yala? Yala? I don't know. Say it.
Yeah.
Yalea. You got to understand that most men not gonna tell you the shit I just told you. For a lot of women, they gonna take what I said as mean, disrespectful, rude. I'm just being honest. Most men not gonna say what I just said. Most men gonna deal with you and waste your fucking time. The shit that I just said is taboo. That's exactly why women end up in situations that you've been in, where they get in this revolving cycle, and they usually get into situationships where you've been dealing with a dude. He ain't gonna be your boyfriend, but he act like he wanna be your boyfriend. Take you on dates, meet your family. He do all the little boyfriend shit, but he ain't gonna never give you that title. Because if he say what I just said, it's gonna be seen as rude, disrespectful, narcissistic, insecure, controlling, and every other shame of word. DL even get thrown in there. But if I tell you the truth, or if I lie to you, I'm gonna still get the access of sex, which is what you've been going through. I ain't saying you've been out here fucking. I'm saying that's what the men gonna want. So what you gotta understand is you gotta understand what male nature is. And if you don't understand that, if you just like I want to do what I want to do and I still want to have whatever outcome I want, you could do that. I'm not in the business of telling you what you can and can't do. I'm gonna just tell you what you do and what's gonna come with it. So men gonna tell you what they want to tell you so they can get some.
Mm. Okay. I appreciate it. So since what you said, like what I said in the beginning doesn't really matter, what would you say the top three things that a real man stands out to them, like quality wise?
Well, the first thing we notice is attraction. That don't mean that's the most important. That mean that's the first thing we notice because we visual first. So we're gonna see that you're attractive. Um, I wouldn't even put that in the first three, but I would say like that's just the visual thing that we looking at. But as far as qualities that don't got nothing to do with looks, number one is gonna be you being a woman that presents yourself well. So that's not being hypersexual online. That's not grabbing your titty in your profile picture. That's not dressing in a certain type of way. It's all about presentation. Excessive tattoos, excessive piercings, excessive hairstyles. Women with them septum rings and shit, they can't never keep a fucking man. How you look and how you present yourself, and not looks as far as like how attractive you is. I'm talking about the presentation specifically. Men care about that, and if we feel like your presentation ain't there, we just gonna hit you and waste your time. Number two, I'm gonna say is you being a feminine woman. You not being disrespectful, loud, belligerent, ratchet. You being a woman with some type of class or some type of decorum, because you're gonna be an example of my lady, and you're gonna be an example of, hopefully, if y'all make it that long, my daughter and my son. You their mother, so that example is something that we gonna think about. And then number three is it's gonna be your ability to listen. And I don't mean listen like hear what I'm saying. I mean listen and actually take what I'm saying and follow it. So it's your ability to take direction. So them the top three things. You know what I'm saying? And that goes
Okay.
into all of those things fall under respect. And a lot of dudes be like, well, respect, but they never elaborate on what it mean. That's what it means.
Mm. Okay. Thank you. I really do appreciate your insight. Definitely
All right.
gonna pick some things up.
And make sure you watch your female friends too, because a lot of men they'll see you hanging around with women that they know ain't shit, and they gonna throw you right in that same boat. They don't give a fuck if you different. You are who you hang with.
All right. Noted. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up. Shout out to you.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What's going on?
And I had a few peculiar questions. I've been watching your videos for a minute,
Hold
and
on.
I think you're a smart guy,
There's two people up here.
so you probably could help me with it.
Hold on real quick. Whoever just requested up, just request back up. I ain't mean to bring both of y'all up. What's going on? Go ahead, Maurice.
Oh yeah. So the question is, it's like this looks thing, right? So people they do like the look thing, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive somebody is. So the person that may be categorized as like on the lower end of the scale, I don't think
Who's the
they
person?
should feel depressed about themselves, right? Like nobody should feel depressed about themselves if they're on the lower end of the scale.
Who is this person? Because who you talking about? A man or a woman or yourself?
I mean, I'll say myself, right? Let's say like I'm on a scale of 4. I shouldn't be depressed because I'm categorized as a 4, right? Like that don't make sense. It don't make sense. Like it don't make sense for a person to be like, okay, I'm a 4, so let me carry myself like I'm a 4. So basically what I'm saying is if I see somebody that's considered a 7, I shouldn't even attempt to, and I'm attracted to this person, I shouldn't even attempt to strike some type of conversation or something because they're considered out of my range. Is this like sensibly, I'm trying to see, does this even make sense? Or is this kind of like silly? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, you a man, bro. So I mean, your looks is not gonna be on the same level as a woman. So a man can be a 4, but if he got his shit together, a woman will still deal with him. You see ugly fat niggas with attractive women all the time, and that's because a lot of times the ugly fat may have his shit together. He may have something going on. That's not to say that his looks don't matter at all. I ain't saying a man's looks don't matter. What I'm saying is our looks is not on the we're not judged on the same light as a woman. Like we don't like we men, so we not supposed to be the pretty one in a relationship. We men, so I don't know. I mean, you got these new age women. They like the cute in the group. You know what I'm saying? These new age women.
Right.
But I mean, as a man, bro, if you not the most attractive, you make up for that by your intelligence, by your ability to lead, your ability to make decisions, your ability to help other people around you, your ability to make some income. You could be in shape. It's other ways where you can make up for your looks. Women, not so much. But for you as a man, bro, if you a 4, you could still get you a 7 to 8. You see unattractive guys with attractive women all the time, but you gonna be held to a higher standard because you might not be the most attractive. And trust me,
Right.
women think every dude with money look good. Most of them.
No, that make perfect sense, bro. I've been watching these little dating shows, so I probably got my thinking probably got a little tainted.
Stop watching that, man. This brain rot. Quit watching that.
No, that makes perfect sense. And I just, I'm a certain type of guy, bro. I ain't no creep. I just had a creative question. I knew you probably could answer. But that's what I thought. Like a few of the guys were telling me, like, man, bro, the pocket's long, so she ain't worried about my headline, bro. She ain't worried about my jawline. She like the condo.
No, she worried about it. She is worried about it. You just that don't like. I don't want you to think that I'm saying your looks don't matter. Yes, women do worry about it. They do care about your hairline. They cute. I mean, if your jawline messed up, that's because you probably big. You know what I'm saying? So just because it's not held to the same standard, don't mean they don't care about it. They care about it. It's just not to the same extent. Women, they don't view looks and attraction the same way we do.
Thorough. Answer that question. Appreciate it, Brody. I followed you, so I'm gonna be in tune.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Shout out to you for coming up. I'm trying to bring this person up. Life with Zach, it ain't working. I'll go to the next person. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind?
So my question is, I actually just broke up with somebody I've been with for 4 years yesterday, and he finally said to me that he's been actively trying to not love me this whole time, because he feel like if he did, I wouldn't know what to do with it, and I've never done anything to this man, so I don't know if he's lying or if that's just he's never said it before. It was very strange, and I don't understand that.
Okay, what you asking?
Is that a real thing for men to like? Oh, is that a real thing for men to like actively try to not love you for 4 years though? Like, I don't understand.
So he said he did that because of what?
Because if he what did he say? Like if he relinquished himself to me, he didn't trust that I knew what to do with it.
All right, you was with this man for 4 years. What are okay? So I'm assuming over these 4 years he done did stuff you didn't like, right? Did things that weren't the best.
Yeah, so he has anger issues. He gets upset. He yells. He never cheated or nothing. We go on dates. He's a good guy. Like we have a kid together and everything. Like
Okay.
other than like the anger issues and not being able to control himself when I give him like feedback or tell him how I feel, it's pretty good.
All right. So what did you do in the relationship for the last 4 years?
In the last 4 years, I have. So when you spoke with the other lady about being strong, it hit. That's why I was like, so damn. If that's true, how do we move forward? I am strong, right? Because of trauma. I've been trying to soften up, but it's hard to soften up in a situation where someone like can raise their voice at you.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's
Well,
not.
if he's raising his voice at me and I don't feel safe, it's like.
So then why you give him a
I feel like I
baby
have
and
to
stay with him for 4 years?
I don't know. I feel stupid now, so,
Right. So that's your
that's where I'm
so it
at.
ain't his fault. It's your fault. Did he beat it? Did he ever?
No, I'm
did he
not.
ever put his hands on you?
No.
All right. So that
No.
means he able to control himself. So that destroys that. You said he wasn't able to control himself. If he wasn't able to control himself, he'd be going upside your head. He never did
Well,
that.
he yells, he
Right.
curses, he's called me out of my
We
name.
ain't saying that he ain't did that. You said he not able to control himself and he got anger issues. So I'm asking you, did he go upside your head? You said no. So clearly there's some level of control. So we ain't gotta go there. But if he's as bad as you saying that he is, you gave him a baby and you was with him for 4 years. So again, I'm asking you because every time I ask you, and a lot of y'all women this question, y'all twist it and turn it back on the man. You didn't already gave up all the stuff how bad he was. I'm asking you, what have you done in the last 4 years to him that's not good?
So in the last 4 years, he said I haven't respected him.
No, this is why again, what have you done that you know you did? Not he said, not I did this, but he made me do this. Where's the accountability at? Y'all don't take accountability for shit.
He won't tell me. I asked him the same question.
Right,
I'm dead serious. He won't tell me.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. What have you done negative with this man in the last 4 years? Have you done anything that you know was wrong? Yes or no?
Yes, I've cursed him out. I've yelled at him. I've been frustrated. I've expressed my emotions in not the best way. So yes, like as far as those things, yes, I have raised my voice. I have not been the softest. I've always been kind. I can't say that. I've not been the softest. I've not been the best with my tone. Yeah.
So you got anger issues.
And I told you from the jump, I said he's not all bad. I did say that
he was all bad. You don't got to keep going. You said he got anger issues because he raised his voice and cussed.
He raised his voice and he called me out of my name.
You just said you raised your voice though, so you got anger issues.
I raised my voice and not even.
So you got anger issues.
Retaliation.
So you don't know how to control yourself. You got anger issues.
Okay, sure. And that
right. So that's where they kind of be. So the same thing.
I guess what I'm trying to say, he's disrespectful. I've been called out of my name. He's put his hands in my face.
But where's the anger issues at though? That's not anger issues if you don't have them.
So yes, okay, so I can agree we both have anger issues, but he's disrespectful. I don't call him out of his name. I don't put my.
Next person. I ain't got time for somebody that every time I ask you a fucking question, you switch it back to him. You too much in them female friend groups where they sit there and coddle your ass. You gonna be by yourself and get your baby out of the camera. And I don't give a fuck about your gender, man or woman. You gonna get this work. I ain't biased to no side. I don't like half of you motherfuckers anyway. Especially the younger generation. The older generation, y'all delusional too. But all y'all Gen Zs, I don't like the majority of y'all motherfuckers anyway.
And so I've been watching his horse in the morning. He looks pretty good. And you can tell by a trainer's demeanor. This is a face of confidence.
Hello.
Can you turn your background TV down, please?
Sorry, I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Oh my god! I just want to say I love your content, and I don't have a question because like it's gonna be so long. But I just want to say I love your content, and yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Blue. I appreciate you. Shout out to you. How you doing? Rena.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. That was a mistake.
It's all good. It happens. It's all good. Taylor, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate you, Taylor. Much love to Taylor. She says, love you and love your content. Love you too, Taylor. Travis, shout out to Trav with the $10 donation. Much love to you. Darielle with the $10 donation. I appreciate you, Darielle. Oh, somebody said, no shout out. I see your name, though. Appreciate you. No shout out. LOL. We missed you. Welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for the love and the support, y'all. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the love, man. I appreciate it. Adana, what's up, sweetie? What up, kid? My admin's in here.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good to you. Wait. So what was the debate about? Like what? I never seen you on
Can't hear
TikTok
you.
before.
Can't hear you. You guys moving on.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you now.
I was like, what was the debate about? I never seen you on TikTok before.
What debate?
I thought you was having a debate because there was actually questions in the thing.
No, it's no debate.
Are you a YouTuber?
I do a lot. So it's part of what I do, but not the only thing.
So you're like an influencer?
I'm just somebody that posts content.
That's what's up. You like it or no?
Do you, respectfully, do you have a question, Miss ADS? Or I'm not saying that.
It's Asia.
Asia, do you have a question based on like, the convo?
That's all I said. I didn't hear what y'all were saying. What was it about?
Okay. I appreciate you coming up, Asia.
How you doing?
What's going on? I'm doing good.
I'm good. I just want to know, like, why do men take things from women, like gift-wise, if they're not gonna stay with them, like, long-term? Like, they'll see that women are, like, gift givers, and they'll just later on down the line just toss them to the side. Because I was in this 2-year relationship, and one of my acts of service is gift giving. And I just feel like everybody, they say that in a relationship, one of their love languages is physical touch. And I just feel like, it comes with the relationship, but mine is, cash apping, getting haircuts, buying car parts. And I just want to know, like, why do men take things from women if they don't see potential in being with them later on in
y'all
life?
was in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
All right, then. So what you talking about? Y'all was together.
Right. We was together, and then we end up breaking up.
Okay.
Or whatever. So
Up.
I don't understand.
Why are you correlating that to the gifts? Y'all broke up. People break up for a multitude of reasons. What do
it was more so of the narcissistic activity, I would say. But I'm not going to sit here and say sometimes.
Is he a narcissist?
Huh?
Is he a narcissist?
Yes,
Is he diagnosed with narcissism?
I believe so. I
No,
don't
you
know.
don't know, because you would see. This is the problem with women like yourself. You chronically on fucking line. That's all you do is sit online all day, and you just take these buzzwords that you hear. Unless he's a diagnosed narcissist, stop throwing mental issues with people on people. Stop throwing that jacket on people. Y'all do that with. Stop talking. Stop. Y'all do that with mental disabilities. Y'all do that with trying to call men predators and sexual assaulters and abusers and all that. Stop doing that. It's people that actually are narcissists. And if he actually is a narcissist, then don't shame him, because that's a mental disorder that people go through. That's a real mental issue that got going on. That's the same way of you saying you clowning somebody or telling somebody that's bad because he got autism or because Down syndrome. That's real mental issues that people go through. It's real diagnosed narcissists out here that's fucked up mentally doing shit they can't control. So don't do that shit. That's goofy. Don't do that. Stop taking these buzzwords that you find online. You ain't got no proof that that man is a diagnosed narcissist. And if you do, then that means you shouldn't be sitting up here talking about he narcissistic because you decided to deal with somebody with a mental issue. So that's on your own issue. That's your own fault.
How are you supposed to like label characteristics of
What you mean? How
what
you
a
supposed to label it? The same way people label everything else. If I go to the store with somebody, and if I go to the store with my big sister, I got a big sister. Shout out to my sister. She wouldn't do this. But if she got $100 and she buy a bag of chips and she don't buy me nothing, that's selfish. I could say that it's selfish. That don't make her a fucking narcissist. That don't make her a narcissist. Like the same, like last time I checked, people, all these people display behaviors. They display behaviors like selfishness. They say display behaviors like having ego, being entitled. None of those things make you a narcissist. Like you have the real mental problem. These are just specific behaviors that people go through or that people have, and we all display this. But for whatever reason, women, y'all are the only gender who can't never be narcissists, and it's all men that are narcissists because he didn't work out with you in a relationship. Like y'all just because y'all be chronically on the fucking internet. All y'all do is sit online all day and swipe. You don't do shit else. It's brain rot that's fucking up y'all mind. And while y'all be fucked up, y'all come up here and I be having to check y'all on that goofy. So stop with that. He not a narcissist, so stop throwing that on his jacket unless he diagnosed with it. And less than like
I
1% of the population is diagnosed with that. So stop doing that.
understood. I was just I'm not gonna say I feel like, because I know you don't like when people be like, oh, I feel like, but I just kind of do feel some type of way because I was putting in effort into the relationship, not just financial wise. Like I was there for emotional support.
Okay. So what? You and everybody else in his life then did stuff for people. You bought him gifts, you bought him stuff, y'all didn't work out in the end. That don't mean that he just was taking from you. This was your boyfriend, so you're not making no sense. I could see if he was somebody that was clearly wasn't with you for 2 years and you was just doing shit for him and he wasn't giving you no type of energy in return. But at the end of the day, that ain't his fault. It's your fault. Because if that was the case, then you the motherfucker that's doing it. Unless he forcing you to buy him shit, forcing you to give him money, forcing you to do this and that for him, then it ain't nobody issue but yourself. It ain't nobody issue and problem but yourself. You said this was your boyfriend, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then. So if this was your boyfriend, then that means he wasn't just using you for shit. This was the title that you had. You was the girlfriend. He was the boyfriend. And you just so happened to want to buy your boyfriend shit and do shit for him financially. Y'all didn't work out in the end. Why is that a correlation to you buying him stuff? What do that mean?
No, it's not just the buying him stuff. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you
Like
brought up,
it,
though.
it wasn't just like I'm more focused on the financial aspect of our relationship.
What
I
about it?
just didn't really understand like if I was the person. Not saying that he wasn't at one point, because at one point me and him did have
Answer the
great
question. Answer the
communication.
question, Prince. What about it? What about the financial issue? What about it? Be specific.
Um, like when I say I'm not really too focused on me buying him things, and I'm not gonna lie, he was
You're
contributing to
not
that too.
answering the
I'm not
question.
really.
You're not answering the question. You're going into all this other shit. What you saying right now is like me saying, why do women accept me protecting them when I'm out and they knew the whole time they didn't want to be with me? And then you say, well, how were they just using you for your protection? And I say, well, we was together for 2 years, but then she broke up with me. So she used me for my
Yeah.
protection. You know how stupid you sound?
No,
That's the
I
problem.
wouldn't use the term stupid because but
Well, that's how you sound. You're not making no sense. You making a correlation that ain't there. You making a connection that's not there. You buying him gifts don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all didn't work out. This was your boyfriend. You did shit for him. You didn't work out. You know, you sound like every single man. You know, men usually spend the majority of the money in these relationships, right? Men are usually the ones that spend most money in relationships, buying gifts, buying flowers.
So why am I getting clowned for,
But
purchasing things and doing?
I'm about to explain it to you because you ain't gonna hear no man say, "Man, I was with this girl for 2 years and spending this and spending that, and the whole time she was just using me for my money." Why do women like to use men for money? No, we understand that that's our duty as men to do that type of shit. We understand that like she didn't break up with me for that. She may have break up with me because I cheated. She may have broke up with me because she felt maybe she cheated, maybe she did something. But we know that the reason isn't why she was just using me for my money. You're not gonna hear that from a lot of men. What you gonna hear from men is women may use men for their money before they was even together, meaning they was never together. So what a lot of women do is they'll accept gifts from a man, flowers and dates and money and shit from a man, but they're not gonna make that man their boyfriend though. They're not gonna give him no pussy. That's usually up. You speaking about it, and this was your boyfriend. Y'all was together for 2 years. That's a whole different type of concept that we talking about.
Yeah, at one point we was talking about like getting married and having children because I don't have any kids.
So then,
but
your issue ain't got nothing to do with money. Y'all broke up. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt used. I don't know how I was supposed to go about that, but it is what it is. I just wanted to know like why is that a thing?
It ain't a thing. You just explained it how it ain't a thing because this was your boyfriend. So it ain't a thing.
Yeah.
At least that ain't the issue. That ain't why y'all broke up. Matter of fact, why he broke up with you, right?
No, we both actually made the
There is
decision.
no both, unless y'all text each other at the same exact time and say, "Hey, let's break up." Who initiated the breakup?
Okay, you got a point. I was the one that said, "Okay, I think it's
Get the off the live." The same person to come up on this live and say, "Why do men leave women for money and they've been spending all this money?" And then you the one that initiated the breakup. Get the fuck on. I ain't about to see you sound delusional as hell. Next person, my nigga. Next person. What's going on, Missy?
It's us. Hello?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
I just have a question. So my question is I'm seeing this guy, right? And he seems like he's just too busy for me.
Missy,
Like
can you turn your TV down a little bit?
Oh, you can hear that? Oh my goodness. Sorry. Yes. Okay, so I've been seeing this guy and he just seems like he's taking things like a little bit too slow, in my opinion. Like, is that necessarily like a red flag?
How long y'all been talking?
I would say 2 months.
All right, so what's echoing, Missy?
No.
That echo is terrible, Missy. Try to come back up. That echo is going on.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I have a question. I am recently in like a going on 2 years relationship, and I just kind of want to know, do you see his point of view? So basically, I live by myself and he was staying with me. I met him at a rough time in his life. Okay. I felt like I did everything that I needed to do on my part. But then I felt like whenever he got to where, got in a good place in his life, he never like reciprocated and helped with the bills.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, do you think just because somebody is not getting mail or having a key to the house that they shouldn't be paying bills, but they're staying at the house all the time?
Wait, what? Wait, say that again. What's your question again?
Someone that does not have a key to the house or getting mail to the house, but they're living at the house, should not be paying bills.
A man shouldn't be living up under a woman, and a woman shouldn't allow a man to live up under her. So all of the other don't even matter because the whole foundation fucked up. So whose fault? Who let who in whose house?
I let him in my house. I take accountability for that. I
So
do.
every issue that you're dealing with at that point is your own issue. You let a grown man lay up in your crib. And you know why? You know why you did that? I'll tell you why. Because you a masculine woman and you don't understand your role. And you indoctrinated. And probably you want control. You want to be a leader and you want to be in charge. But your biology won't let you, which is exactly what you're going through right now. Because a man in the opposite situation wouldn't have no issue paying the bills, but at least the majority of the bills, maybe even all the bills. But you out of your role. So this is the same logic that applies to most of these independent, strong, career, hyper career driven money women. They can say all of day, and I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying you a byproduct of that. Because y'all can say all day how you cool with that and that's what you want, and I want a man to be my equal, but your biology is gonna take over. You're not attracted to a man that's a bum. You're not attracted to a man that's your lesser. You attracted to the man that's your superior. But again, y'all get lost in the sauce and y'all don't let feminism and the internet cloud y'all mind up. A man should never be living with a woman. You go up under his house. You go up under his domain. You go up under his foundation, not the other way around. So, regardless of, to answer your question, it depends on the gender. In my opinion, I'm old school. I'm call it what you want. I don't think a woman should be taking the majority of the bills. You need to be in the house, taking care of the house, taking care of the home. I don't even think most women should be working. That's my own opinion.
Okay. And I understand what you're saying. I really do. I understand. And I think he says a lot about I act masculine.
Oh, you definitely.
And he wants me to be more feminine.
He can't say that though, because he living up under a woman. So if anything, you act masculine, he act feminine. This is what's wrong with the world today. It's why the men trying to be the women and the women trying to be the men, and they trying to figure out why these relationships ain't working. Damn, right? Because your biology won't let it work. You can't. The society and all of the construct, it's not gonna take over biology. It can't never work. I could put on a dress, makeup, and high heels and lashes. I'll never be a woman, no matter how much the world tell me that I'm a she. I'm still a he at the end of the day. Same shit true. So as much as you, the masculine one, and you the one that's paying majority of the bills, and you the one that's your crib, and he up under there, you going out working, and he laying on the couch like from first Sunday playing 2K or whatever. At the end of the day, the biology ain't gonna work long term. It's gonna be nothing but drama and bullshit until you get into your role and he get into his role. So I don't think y'all should continue being in a relationship. I think y'all should break up.
Yeah. Well, I have did that. And so he would pay bills like when he got started working and stuff, like he would pay bills, but like he was not paying what I needed him to pay.
Again,
like
you Craig, listen to me, or Mia. Is it Mia?
Yes, Mia.
Mia, you could complain about it all day. At the end of the day, the foundation is never gonna work in your favor because you got a man living up in your house. So he can pay bills, but he didn't do it how I wanted him to do it. You got a man living in your house. What do you expect? Is my point. We can sit here and talk about it all day and say he didn't do what he was supposed to do, but the foundation is off. It's already off.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
I appreciate you. You gotta get that grown man up out your house, and you gotta check yourself and figure out what's wrong with you.
I mean, I do, or I have, and like he will like send flowers to the house and stuff, and then he'll randomly come to the house, and then I won't let him in, and then it's like he's just sitting and keep coming and keep blowing me up.
Is them cats?
Yeah, they're outside.
Yeah, your cats too?
Yeah, they're kittens. They're outside.
You can't make this shit up. I feel like Kevin Samuels. You can't make this shit up.
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying. So if he's harassing you, because what you speaking about is harassment. So if he's harassing you, then why don't you contact your local authorities? Why don't you get a restraining order on it?
Yeah.
That wasn't your. See, I think a lot of times y'all women like to over exaggerate because that wasn't your issue when you came up. Your issue was the fact that who should be paying bills about somebody having a key or something. If he was actively harassing you and you couldn't get away from it, you was in fear, then you would contact the authorities. So I think a lot of times y'all be making worse than what it actually is to victimize yourself.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm a victim of anything because
I
I should have. I think you're right. I should have never let him stay here that long. So really, anything after that was on me.
Yeah, I ain't say you said it. I'm just talking about what you saying and what it mean. How, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I go about. I ain't say you said it though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for the advice. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming up. What's going on?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I have a question. I am recently in like a going on 2 years relationship, and I just kind of want to know, do you see his point of view? So basically, I live by myself and he was staying with me. I met him at a rough time in his life. Okay. I felt like I did everything that I needed to do on my part. But then I felt like whenever he got to where, got in a good place in his life, he never like reciprocated and helped with the bills.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, do you think just because somebody is not getting mail or having a key to the house that they shouldn't be paying bills, but they're staying at the house all the time?
Wait, what? Wait, say that again. What's your question again?
Someone that does not have a key to the house or getting mail to the house, but they're living at the house, should not be paying bills.
A man shouldn't be living up under a woman, and a woman shouldn't allow a man to live up under her. So all of the other don't even matter because the whole foundation fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So whose fault? Who let who in whose house?
I let him in my house. I take accountability for that.
So
I do.
every issue that you're dealing with at that point is your own issue. You let a grown man lay up in your crib. And you know why? You know why you did that? I'll tell you why. Because you a masculine woman and you don't understand your role. And you indoctrinated. And probably you want control. You want to be a leader and you want to be in charge. But your biology won't let you, which is exactly what you're going through right now. Because a man in the opposite situation wouldn't have no issue paying the bills, but at least the majority of the bills, maybe even all the bills. But you out of your role. So this is the same logic that applies to most of these independent, strong, career, hyper career-driven money women. They can say all up day, and I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying you a byproduct of that. Because y'all can say all day how you cool with that, and that's what you want, and I want a man to be my equal, but your biology is going to take over. You're not attracted to a man that's a bum. You're not attracted to a man that's your lesser. You attracted to the man that's your superior. But again, y'all get lost in the sauce and y'all don't let feminism and the internet cloud y'all mind up. A man should never be living with a woman. You go up under his house. You go up under his domain. You go up under his foundation, not the other way around. So, regardless of, to answer your question, it depends on the gender. In my opinion, I'm old school. I'm call it what you want. I don't think a woman should be taking the majority of the bills. You need to be in the house, taking care of the house, taking care of the home. I don't even think most women should be working. That's my own opinion.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. I really do. I understand. And I think he says a lot about I act masculine.
Oh, you definitely.
And he wants me to be more feminine.
He can't say that though, because he living up under a woman. So if anything, you act masculine, he act feminine. This is what's wrong with the world today. It's why the men trying to be the women and the women trying to be the men, and they trying to figure out why these relationships ain't working. Damn, because your biology won't let it work. You can't. The society and all of the construct, it's not gonna take over biology. It can't never work. I could put on a dress, makeup, and high heels and lashes. I'll never be a woman, no matter how much the world tell me that I'm a she. I'm still a he at the end of the day. Same shit too. So as much as you, the masculine one, and you the one that's paying majority of the bills, and you the one that's your crib, and he up under there, You going out working and he laying on the couch like from first Sunday playing 2K or whatever. At the end of the day, the biology ain't gonna work long term. It's gonna be nothing but drama and bullshit until you get into your role and he get into his role. So I don't think y'all should continue being in a relationship. I think y'all should break up.
Yeah. Well, I have did that. And so he would pay bills like when he got started working and stuff, like he would pay bills, but like he was not paying what I needed him to pay.
Again,
Like
Craig, listen to me, or Mia. Is it Mia?
Yes, Mia.
Mia, you could complain about it all day. At the end of the day, the foundation is never gonna work in your favor because you got a man living up in your house. So he can pay bills, but he didn't do it how I wanted him to do it. You got a man living in your house. What do you expect? Is my point. We can sit here and talk about this all day and say he didn't do what he was supposed to do, but the foundation is off. It's already off.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
I appreciate you. You gotta get that grown man up out your house, and you gotta check yourself and figure out what's wrong with you.
I mean, I do, or I have, and like he will like send flowers to the house and stuff, and then he'll randomly come to the house, and then I won't let him in, and then it's like he's just sitting and keep coming and keep blowing me up.
Is them cats?
Yeah, they're outside.
They your cats too?
Yeah, they're kittens. They're outside.
You can't make this shit up. I feel like Kevin Samuels. You can't make this shit up.
Okay, well, thank you.
I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying. So if he's harassing you, because what you speaking about is harassment. So if he's harassing you, then why don't you contact your local authorities? Why don't you get a restraining order?
Yeah.
That wasn't your. See, I think a lot of times y'all women like to over exaggerate because that wasn't your issue when you came up. Your issue was the fact that who should be paying bills about somebody having a key or some shit. If he was actively harassing you and you couldn't get away from it, you was in fear, then you would contact the authorities. So I think a lot of times y'all be making shit worse than what it actually is to victimize yourself.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm a victim of anything because I think you're right. I should have never let him stay here that long. So really anything after that was on me.
Yeah, I ain't say you said it. I'm just talking about what you saying and what it mean. How, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how I go about. I ain't say you said it though.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for the advice. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming up. No disrespect to the white woman, but it's the truth. What's going on, Craig?
Hey, how you doing? How was you? So how you doing today?
I'm doing good. What's going on? What's on your mind?
Okay, so I have a question. How do I stop attracting married men?
Married men? Where do you usually meet these married men at?
So, for example, I was at a cafe and one came up to me and we exchanged numbers, and then I found him on Instagram, and he had a picture of, I guess, a woman, his profile picture, and it turns out that was his wife.
Okay. But it's you married men. How do I stop attracting married men? Seems like it's something that's on a consistent basis.
Yeah, it happened to me like three times. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It happened like 3 times.
3 times in the span of what? How many years? How old are you?
I'm 38.
So it's happened 3 times in 38 years?
Like in the last 2-3 years.
That's not anything that's crazy, I don't think.
Okay, because I was just like, damn, is everybody married out here? And I just keep attracting.
Where are these places at that you frequent at? Where you come across these men at? What are these places that you frequent at where you come across these men?
So I do work from home. So I take my work to like a cafe, or I go to the market. And I met one at a market, met one at a cafe. So I'm like, how do I stop bumping into married men? Because I don't want to
Man, I don't
go
think
down that route.
I think it's just it happened to be coincidence. You know,
Mm,
you don't want to be a sister wife.
no, no,
Why not?
because I'm like, mm, my role is for one person.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, no. No. That's what we saying. I didn't say. Not no, it's not. That's what we saying. It is gonna be one person. That man. Your role will be just for him. What's the problem?
Okay, so the last guy I really was liking, but he was basically telling me like him and his wife are like on bad terms or this and
No. I'm not
that.
speaking on that. I'm not speaking on
Okay.
cheating. I'm not saying cheat. I said be a sister wife. Meaning that it's him and it's multiple women. If he willing to take care of you and provide for you, I mean, you 38, you got kids.
I have three.
What you ain't got no leverage.
I get that, but
How many
I'm
baby
not
daddies
out
you
here.
got?
I mean, I don't, because when you do those
How
type
many baby fathers you got?
one,
Okay. Was he your husband?
no, he wasn't.
Did he pass away?
No, he's an alcoholic.
Okay.
So
And
that
is he a
was,
deadbeat?
yes, he is.
Okay. So you 38, 3 kids, deadbeat daddy, it's an alcoholic. You ain't got no leverage. You might as well be a sister wife.
I might as well.
I'm not telling you that's what you should do. I'm saying maybe you should be open to it because you're 38. I mean, with 3 kids,
Um,
it ain't much leverage you got in the dating market. It ain't much leverage that you got. I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
okay, I like the honesty. Okay,
So
well, I'll think about it.
again, I ain't
You're
telling you to
right.
do it, but I'm saying, hey, maybe it's something
Yeah.
that you should think about. Because if you want to be married and you want a man to treat you right and do right by you, he could. Some men, if they got the financials to do so, they'd be willing to do it, and they'd be willing to take in your kids, possibly.
Yeah, I get that. I love the honesty. Thank you so much.
You welcome.
Bye.
Look, I ain't probably. Going on.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
Okay, so my question is actually for myself. Um,
You breaking up a
a
lot,
woman
Lisa.
takes account in everything,
Lisa, you
and I
breaking
feel
up.
like
Lisa, you breaking up real bad. Try to come back up when you get it together. What's going on?
Yo, I got a question, man. What advice do you have for 18-year-old?
Get a job. You don't need to be dating no women. Get a job.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have. Appreciate it.
All right. I mean, you 18. It ain't nothing you can do. You 18, man. You don't need to be thinking about no women right now. You need to be thinking about how to better yourself. How to better yourself as a man. And at 18, understand something. For all you young niggas, 18 through 25, most of y'all, every single woman that you can attract, she higher value than you 9 times out of 10. Her value higher than yours, and she can attract a dude that's better than you. And the fucked up part about it is, even in that age group, it still work. Because if you an 18-year-old man dealing with an 18-year-old woman, guess what? A 21-year-old man can take your joint like that. It just is what it is. Between the ages of 18 and 25, that's a woman's prime. That ain't your prime. So every single woman that you can get, she can do better than you in every single facet. She can do that. She can get a dude that's taller than you, that look better than you, got more money than you, that's a better leader than you, and that can beat your. So in your 18 to 25 years, I ain't saying don't date. I ain't saying don't get no woman. What I'm saying is you need to get the best quality version of yourself that you can be, and then you put that into the dating market. Because the likelihood of if you being 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and a woman your age sticking with you through that, I ain't saying it can't happen. It happens. It just ain't. It's real rare. Because more than likely that 22-year-old woman, man, since she was 18, she be getting dudes that's 25 plus that's been in her DMs and trying to lock in with her. Especially she'd have been to college. Like I went to 3 different universities, played college football at all of them. I'm telling you, them 18-year-old girls, seniors are swiping them up. I done seen they done been with that girl since middle school. The girl get to college, she got her first taste of freedom. That 22-year-old senior that's playing ball, man, he finna dog her out. And it ain't shit your can do because you can't beat the nigga. That's what you gonna do. You can't do shit. He gonna beat your ass. I done seen it, man. I done seen it with my own eyes, man. Women get to college and they lose their mind because they getting all the freedom and attention that they ain't never had before from niggas with cars. And I ain't talking about regular cars. You see these NIL, they pulling up to class in Lamborghini trucks. Niggas 20 years old. Boy, you ain't got no leverage. So it's in your best bet. And I'm talking about the athletes and shit because I was an athlete, but it's in your best bet, even if you're not in school. All you young guys, man, do what the fuck you need to do for yourself. Do the best thing that you can do for yourself. And I'll tell you, every single day should be adding a percentage to your value as a man, whether that be the gym, whether that be getting your money. You know what I'm saying? Stop watching other niggas be successful. Get the fuck out of them streams with Casanat and Duke Dennis and all these niggas that's living a life that you wish you could live. And the reason why they living a life that you wish you could live is because the only difference between them niggas and you is because they don't sit online watching other niggas. They producers, they not consumers. And as a young man, you need to be a fucking producer. Now, if you is consuming something, you need to be consuming something that's going to be righteous to your brain and to your mental, that's to help you become a better man. I consume content all the time, but every single piece of content I consume for the most part is all shit that's going to help me. But a lot of times when you watching CODs and that in these chat room niggas and these IRL streamer niggas, y'all little niggas be watching, you're not consuming shit. You watching other niggas get bitches. You watching other niggas be successful. You watching other niggas do this shit. And it's right in your brain and you become a slave to that shit. Because once you get off that stream, once some niggas get off that stream, you trying to find another nigga to watch. Or you just sitting there trying to figure out, damn, I wish I could do that. Well, you can. You just ain't willing to put in the work that you're willing to put in. You got to be willing to put in the work. It's that simple. So I'm just giving all the game to the young dudes. And to understand something, stop comparing yourself to others too. I used to do this shit when I was 19, 20, 21. I felt like I had to be a made man by that age. You don't. You ain't got to be no made man, bro. Your life don't even start until you get into your 30s if we're going to keep it 100. A man's prime not even until he in his mid 30s. So your life ain't even start yet. So all you niggas in your early 20s, bro, you got another 15 years before you even really lock in. And when I say your life start, I ain't saying that like this part not important. What I'm saying is the most enjoyable part of your life is not going to be in your early 20s. If anything, that's the most fucked up part of your life because it's the time that the women that you can attract can do better than you. You probably ain't got enough experience. You 9 times out of 10, you don't got enough experience, knowledge, wealth, or none of that shit to do anything that you want to do. So everything you want to do, you usually talking about it rather than doing it. Oh, I want to, but you ain't did shit. And the only difference between you and other dudes that's your age that's doing better than you is they stop talking and they going and doing. Get away from them females, get away from all that other shit and go put in the motherfucking work, little. That's the only way you're going to be successful out here. And any OG will tell you that. The hardest part of your life is in your 20s. I know the internet make y'all believe that you got to be 22, you got to be having a millionaire and a scat pack and all that shit. You don't. You don't. The women going to be there, bro. It's a new woman turn 18 every single day. The women going to always be there. That car that you want is always going to be a new one. It's going to be a new one next year. All the other shit that you are looking at, it's going to be a new one. You're not missing out on shit. Use your 20s for work, grind, and straining, my nigga. And for the most part, your ass is going to be broke. I was broke most of my early 20s. So that's just me explaining it to y'all, man. Don't be trying to feel like you got to compete with niggas. You ain't got enough time. So. But that don't mean feel bad for yourself either, though. You need to still do the work. Denise, thank you for the $15 donation. I appreciate you. Shout out to Denise with a don't know. She says appreciation. Thank you, Denise. So that's just some game for all the young boys, man. What's going on?
It's good, bro.
What up?
Man,
Okay, your connection not working, Willie. So you can come back up when you get your connection working, but your smoke alarm beeping. And actually, no, now to think about it, you can't come up because we have a rule on my live. If you have a smoke alarm beeping, you're not allowed to be on the live. So once you get your smoke alarm fixed, then you can come back up. Grown men with smoke alarm beeping is some of the weakest, most lowest, low class, low value that you can be as a man and women. You grown as hell with smoke alarm beeping. It ain't really much that I need to talk to you about because you got way too much shit that's deeper than just dating shit. Shay, thank you for Shay, thank you for the $1 donation. I appreciate you for the $1. Give me a nice little Arizona and something with that. I appreciate it. I'm talking shit. What's going on?
Hey, You probably don't remember me from last time. I had called off my engagement.
I talked to so many people on here. Maybe I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm going on a date tonight at 8:30. So I just wanted to ask you, what are some red flags I should look out for?
Well, hold on. When did you call up the engagement again?
I called off the engagement not last week, but the week before that
Oh,
on
you don't need
Thursday.
to be. You don't need to be going on a date. You just got out of a relationship, basically. You going on a date and you just broke up with your man. You ain't healed from that yet. You need to fix yourself. You ain't ready for no date yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not about to set that man up for failure because I'm gonna be setting him up for failure. How long was you talking to this dude?
I just met him on Wednesday.
No. I'm talking about the dude you was engaged with.
Oh, we've been dealing with each other since I was 17.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, you gonna destroy that man. Y'all don't need to be going on no date. You gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
You ain't gonna listen to me, but I'm not about to set that man up for failure. So I don't think you should be going on a date.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up. Yeah, she's not gonna listen to me, but yeah, that's what's wrong with the dating market right there. You know, ain't no disrespect to her, but that she was wrong with the dating market. She a part of it because you got women that as soon as they get out of these engagements, these long-term relationships, they immediately hop right back in the game. And it goes to show that you know, they haven't really got themselves together. It don't like this was a week ago, not even. And you already jumping on a new. I think it's crazy. And this ain't no boyfriend. This was an engagement. This was her fiance that she been knowing for since she was 17. I don't know how old she is, but it's probably at least a decade. You don't get through that in a week, my nigga. So she gonna destroy that new man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he peeped the game and he peeped the play. If he a smart man, he probably will. Does that apply to men as well? Hell yeah, it do. It apply to men more because men go through heartbreak way harder than women. So it apply to men more. Somebody said she probably just hungry. Hey, he funny as fuck. He talking about she probably just hungry. Oh man, y'all crazy. What's going on?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
I wanted to know women that have a promiscuity past and you have not been that person for 10 years or longer. Like,
Promiscuous.
do you be transparent with a man right then and there, or do you just don't tell him that information?
Why would you start off lying? It would be promiscuous past, but why would you lie to him? Let me ask you this: if a man had a promiscuous past, should he be honest with you about it, or should he not give you that information?
If he's not that man anymore, it wouldn't matter to me. I mean, I don't think men can be promiscuous anyway.
I was gonna say, okay, well, let me ask you this: if a man has had issues with being basically using women for sex, and he's done that for a long time, should he tell you?
Yeah, sure.
So then, there we go. You should be honest. Hell yeah, you should be honest about it. But if you're dealing with a man that understand, he gonna be able to peep it. You ain't gotta tell him. But you should be honest with him. Of course you should. But
Yeah, I figured that.
realize,
I figured you was going to say that. It's just the reason why I asked that question because I've had that kind of past, and then I would be transparent from the beginning. A man will eventually use that past against me.
no, he not gonna use it against you. You already used it against you. You already used it against you because that's your past. At the end of the day, you know the decision that you was making. You know when you was going through what you're going through. So he can't use it against you. It's already against you. A lot of times he just gonna deal with you for sex, but that's your own fault because you was promiscuous.
Right.
This is what it is. So you know I think that you should be transparent about it. But I want you to understand something. Just because you ain't did it in a while, don't mean that that's not still innately you. That don't work like that. Because you can't unhoe yourself. You can't like re-hoe. Like you don't become a born again virgin. It don't work like that. Once you done been
No, I
hoe,
definitely don't believe that.
well, you said I'm not that person anymore. You still that person. You just ain't did that in a while.
I grew from it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I grew from it.
I mean,
But
it's
yeah,
still there though. It's not a I grew. If a dude used to sleep with men back in the day, he can't say, well, I don't sleep with men no more, so I'm not gay. No, nigga, you still gay. He just don't sleep with men right now, or maybe he won't do it again, but he's still. I mean, it's still in him. If I unalive somebody 20 years ago, I'm still a MURDER. So
got it. All right, appreciate it.
appreciate you coming up. Yeah, they feel like they can just unhold themselves. Nothing against you, but my wholeness can get deleted. No, it can't. No, it can't. I mean, if you lie about it and the man ain't smart enough to peep, yeah. But not with a dude who understand the game. He gonna be able to peep that from day one. Your past is catch up with you. And man gonna judge on your past, ladies. So God can't deliver you. Last time I checked, we ain't talking about God. God is not man. So if you want if you want the man to be like God, then why don't you pray to your man? That's what I thought. What's going on, Trinity?
Hold on. I have like a two-part question for you today, and I just wanted to preface with I'm just asking it because I'm trying to be, just a better woman, better in my femininity and stuff. So I'm trying to get a better understanding because I find I change my mindset better when I truly understand the essence of things.
For sure. What's going on? I'm listening.
So I had a question about, can you explain to me like the nature of a man with how he's more blunt and aggressive compared to a woman? I find that, so I didn't grow up with a man in the house per se. I'm more sensitive to it and I may be taking it in the wrong way. So I just want to understand it better so I can stop doing that.
Well, there's nothing wrong with you as a woman explaining to a man that, that's the case. You know what I mean? But you still have to understand male nature. I can't shame women for being soft if that's who they are. So you got to understand that men, we get down to the point. A lot of people come up here and they talk about me all day. They say that I'm mean and I'm rude, I'm disrespectful, when I'm really not. I'm just very direct, and people not used to that. It's just like this what you said. And masculinity, right? Masculinity is a part of it is being honest, being truthful, having integrity, and telling people what they need to hear, not what's gonna make them feel the best. And I do that a lot up here, but a lot of people take that as disrespect. So really, you got to understand that concept of it. Now, I think something that's trying to be disrespectful is when you go out of your way to hurt somebody's feelings. So if I'm talking to somebody and I be like, let's just, for example, Trinity, let's say I'm speaking to a woman and she says, I don't understand why men don't find me attractive. And let's just say that she's a woman that's, 285 pounds and she's 5'2". And if I be like, well, the fact that you 5'2" and 285 pounds, you severely overweight, your weight and it's gonna go in a direct correlation to how men are gonna view you and be attracted to you. Now, if she said that I'm rude for that and being mean, I'm not being rude and mean by saying that. I'm telling her the truth, But if I be like, well, you a fat bitch, that's me trying to be disrespectful and trying to go out of my way to hurt her feelings. You know what I mean? So that's the difference right there. And you got to be able to read between the lines. And if it's somebody that a guy that you're dealing with, somebody that if they being rude and disrespectful or not. But there's nothing wrong with explaining what you just explained. Like going to a man and being like, look, sometimes, I don't know if that's the case. I don't mind you being direct with me, but, I have to make sure that I get used to that. And, can you just let me know, like, you don't mean this in no negative way. And then you end up being used to it. But yeah, you got to understand, like, men just different. Most men, we're not women. We're not emotional like y'all. We're not sensitive like y'all when it comes to things like that.
Okay, so dealing with a man, then I just communicate if I feel some type of way about it.
But don't communicate out of your jurisdiction though. Don't be rude, don't be disrespectful, don't get loud and belligerent. Don't do that. Same way you talking to me, you should be talking to your man even with more respect and with more even grace and femininity. You should be talking to him the same way you talk to me in this.
Okay, that's cool. I understand that.
Okay, I appreciate you coming up, Trinity.
Thank you.
What up, gang?
What's going on?
Hello, Motion.
What's the deal?
I was in to check you out. I was gonna ask you a question, man. I was on the phone with my lady, right? And she said that's bias. She say If a lady then did something with, let's just say 50 niggas, you feel me? And she switched up her life and they wanted to do that no more and committed to one person and never did that again. Is she still considered a hoe or not?
Ask your lady if you sucked a dick 10 years ago, is you still consider it gay or not?
I gave her that whole segment too. She said, no, he's just bisexual. But not me though. I don't even play like that, gang. I ain't gonna accept.
Hey, you need to get the fuck away from her as soon as possible, man.
Oh my god, I didn't even know I was on. Oh my god, you could hang up on me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, how you doing, Janelle? What's going on?
I'm doing well and yourself. I got a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm 48, and so I've dated. I was married 20-some years. He was twice my age, 21-year age gap. So I have this person, and do you think I'm wrong if I tell this individual you have unfinished business? You got 19 children, 9 baby mamas. You can't do shit for me. So am I being too harsh by telling this individual that I'm not a gold digger, but I know you have other responsibilities. Number one, your children, baby mothers. You can't do anything for me. You can't support me emotionally, financially. Am I wrong? And
You don't need to say all of this. You should just remove yourself from the situation. I don't think you need to go into this deep soliloquy about why he ain't. Just remove yourself from the situation. 19 children and 9 baby mamas is ridiculous. I think you should remove yourself from the situation altogether. Don't even go into no spill and none of that. Just get up out of there.
okay, I thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you coming in.
All right.
Shout out to Janelle. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't much to even. 19 kids. Somebody said, is he Jamaican? 19 kids and 9 baby mamas. That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it ain't no way he remember 19 kids' birthdays. I mean, it gets to a point like you gotta be a deadbeat to at least a few of them. Somebody said you gotta be a Mexican. He from Zamunda. Chasing Young Boy. Even Young Boy ain't got 19 kids. I think Young Boy got like what, 9 baby mamas or 8 baby mamas, but he only got like 12 kids or something. I don't know. Nick Cannon don't even got that many. Nick Cannon got, I think he got 7, 8 baby mamas, but he got like 12 kids too. But like, no, that's 19 kids though. That's wild. He must be Nigerian. Money back, yo, pod DMX. You can't even love 19 kids. Not the same. Mila, thank you for the Tana. Thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the love and support, y'all. I'll be on here for another 15 minutes, y'all. If we can get this to 300 by 10 minutes. Let's get this to 300 before 6:40. We get this to 300 before 6:40. I'll make sure I stay on for y'all. LeBron the deadbeats. Nobody even gets their own birthday month. It's only 12 months in a year. I had a client that 23 plus children. What's your YouTube? My YouTube is the same as my name. At CEO. Yeah, Nick Cannon can afford it though. You know what I'm saying? And that was Nick Cannon's plan. He wanted to raise all his kids at the same time. His plan was to, have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women. But again, like you said, he can afford to do that. He a multi-millionaire. You be working at Family Dollar as an assistant manager with a whole bunch of kids. That's wild. But then we also got to question these women because, I mean, if you the 5th baby mama, when do you you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you still get your pussy to a nigga with that many kids and baby mamas? Like the 7th baby mama, when do you question this is a pattern here? The 8th baby mama, the 9th baby mama, you know what I'm saying? When do you question maybe I shouldn't be doing this? You feel me? That's wild as hell. Neo, another one. But this the difference though. Y'all naming those people, they got the money to leverage what they doing. I'm not saying it's good and bad. I'm saying they got the money to leverage it. These niggas that's doing that ain't got no money to leverage nothing. They doing what they did. It's just ridiculous, man. Shout out to, thank you so much. Shout out to, is it Aledia? Probably messing your name up. What's going on? Melanin. All right, maybe she didn't mean to come up. It's all good. What's going on?
Yeah, what's up with it?
What's going on? What's on your mind?
Yeah, so I had like a little question about like, because most advice for about like masculinity, right, is focused on like what you do, like going to the gym, making money, all that. So like, what internal shift in like your self identity or like your self perception do men need to make first before any like actual behavioral change actually like changes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not with me. I mean, what you saying,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But with me, I say that the number one thing is accountability. It's the number one.
Sure.
Accountability is number one. A lot of our generation, especially Generation Z, how old is you?
19.
You're 19, yeah. So we in the same generation. I'm just older than you. But our generation, a generation of blaming everything on our parents. Even though our parents a lot of times don't be shit. But at the end of the day, you know, as a grown adult, you grown enough to make decisions. You grown enough to know right from wrong. So you can't be sitting around as as a grown man saying, well, my mommy wasn't there, so that's why. Daddy wasn't there, that's why. Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that shit. You a grown ass man. So figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So accountability is number one, and being self-aware, understanding that your actions, how it affect other people and how it can affect yourself long term. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta enjoy the grind. Like becoming like the guy that you speaking about, like when you mentioned like the gym and all the money shit, the grind is what a lot of men don't embrace. You gotta embrace the grind. Like the you can't just always think about the climactic part of it, you know. So somebody that became hyper, you know, successful, the reason why a lot of people become successful is because they embrace the grind. I got a long way to go, but bro, a year ago I had like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I used to get like barely any views. And it's 20 fake pages of me on TikTok that get millions of views. I don't even post on TikTok. That happened in the span of a year. So, and that's because I embraced the grind. And the grind didn't start a year ago. The grind started 4 years ago when I first started doing content creation. You feel me? So you got to embrace the grind, embrace the nights and the sleep. I ain't talking about just content creation. I'm talking about whatever the fuck you're doing. Embrace the fact that everything not gonna have everything not gonna be successful at the end of the day. Like you're gonna do a lot of shit that's gonna be a waste of your fucking time. Most of the shit that I ever did before I started getting views and having a platform and shit, bro, most of that shit didn't get no fucking success, my nigga. None of it. I had a gaming channel, that shit didn't get no success. I used to do these websites for people. I would say it didn't give me success because I wasn't able to live off of it. I had a restaurant I ran in New York closed down because of COVID. I used to sell food when I was in West Virginia when I was in school. That shit didn't continue. Like most of the shit that I did, bro, did not have no success. But you gotta embrace the grind and say, all right, this shit not working, let me try this. This shit not working, let me try this. This shit not working, I'm gonna try this. I used to sell solar, and I've been through everything. I worked at Little Caesars, I worked at motherfucking Planet Fitness, I worked at AutoZone, I worked at I worked at like a local appliance shop in my city. I did the work. I did Uber Eats and DoorDash in downtown Chicago for 2 years straight. So I did the work. I embraced the grind. I embraced not having success out of it until I finally found my niche, and then that's where I just went all the way through with it. So you got to embrace that shit, bro. That's the best thing. So it's accountability, being self-aware, and embracing the struggle, and embracing the grind. Understanding that like this shit not gonna happen instantly.
So okay, so you saying that it started with accountability, but like also like how does a man who was never really taught masculinity growing up actually develop it from scratch? Also as an adult, besides accountability.
Masculinity is built from pain and trauma. So like I said, embracing the grind, that's a part of that masculinity. Yeah, masculinity, like strength, that's strength. Masculinity comes from a level of strength, and that comes from trauma, that comes from pain, that comes from trial and tribulation, that comes from, you know, making mistakes, that come from fucking up. You know what I'm saying? And you got to embrace that shit. you know, and it's gonna be a lot of mistakes you're gonna make as a dude that's 19, bro. The worst, I'm gonna tell you this, then this ain't to scare you, this just to let you know the game. From 19 to like 25, that's gonna be the hardest part of your life. If you want it to be. It's gonna be the hard, like for a lot of people, the hardest part of life is 25 and every year after that, because they didn't take their 18 through 25 years. They didn't take that shit seriously. They was just fucking around. They was just doing bullshit, going to parties, going to clubs, fucking all these girls, doing this, doing that, and they didn't have no structure and they didn't have no discipline. So by the time they was 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, now they trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to, I wish I could have, and you're going to hear, let's talk a lot, Dean. You're going to hear a lot of the older generation of men, not all of them, the ones that didn't do what they supposed to do. You're going to hear them a lot say, or you're going to hear this all the time, they're going to say, man, I wish I could have. I wish I should have. Man, I wish I can go back to your age. And that shit, when we be hearing that shit, when I was 19, I used to hear that shit. I didn't understand it until I became the age that until I became like 26, bro. They wish they could go back, because if they could, they would do so many things differently. And when they was 19, they'd be rich by 22. Because they would have did the motherfucking work. So what I'm telling you is, use this age at 19, 20, 21, 22. Don't let the girls be a priority. Don't let the video game be a priority. Don't let nothing that's going to take you away from you being successful and you being on your square. Don't let that be your priority. Your priority need to be everything that I said, everything that you said and I said, but embracing the grind, bro. Embrace the shit that's knocking, because you got to think like, all right, I'm doing this shit for a reason. So by the time I'm 28, 27, 26, I'm gonna be past everybody else my age, because I ain't going to that club. I ain't buying no weed. I ain't drinking and smoking. I ain't and all that. I'm handling my business. You know what I'm saying? You can live a bachelor life at 25, bro. I did. I lived in downtown Chicago at 24, 25. And I was making good money doing what I was doing. So it's up to you if you're gonna do it. I did it. I've been on my own since I was 18. I left Cleveland. I ain't never go back. So
sure. I have one more question too. So
for sure.
What specific things do men do like every single day? Do you feel like men do every single day are quietly like making them less masculine, or like, you know what I'm saying, making them more feminine?
Watching, I would just say consuming content rather than producing content. That's a part of it. And it's not necessarily about consuming content. It's the fact that the content that they're consuming is not good for them. It's just brain rot. So that's a part of it. I would say beating your meat all day. I would say, and just lusting over women. You know what I'm saying? I would say not taking your youth to your advantage, like being in physical shape. You know what I'm saying? When you 19, 20, you not even like you right at the start of your prime physically. So you should be able to, you know what I'm saying, keep yourself in shape. You know, I would say, hanging out with people that's not good for you either. You got to make sure you're around a good group of men that's gonna also be on that same type of tip, you know, that same type of time. They handling their business and shit too. So that's a few things I could say. And then just doing dumb shit, trying to be seen, trying to be known, going out, clubs, bars, parties, drinking, smoking, trying to be in the limelight when, man, you 19, ain't nobody gonna take you seriously anyway. I ain't talking about you, I'm speaking in general. Like, I ain't saying you specifically, but 21, 22, 23, trying to be seen, bro, ain't nobody gonna take you seriously. Like, you're not gonna be taken seriously until you get a little bit older, and then they're gonna be like, all right, okay, I see what's going on here. But when you 21 in the club with a fake ass chain, trying to, man, ain't nobody taking your last seriously, because it's a nigga that's 35 in that bitch, and he got a whole section, and while you at the side looking like a goofy, he got all the women around him because he did what the fuck he was supposed to do in his younger years. So, yeah, I would say that.
Sure. All right, that's all I got.
For sure. I appreciate you coming up. For sure. Likewise. He had some good questions too. You know what I'm saying? He had some good questions. Shout out to him. Yeah, man. He gonna be all right. Hello. Rochelle? Okay. Oh, Rochelle. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I just want to say that video with the tether, how you got that flight, that was top 5 favorite video on YouTube. I just want to say that. I appreciate that video.
Appreciate it, bro.
And then, yeah, of course. And then I have a question about being a mama's boy. I'm 22 years old, and right now I'm starting to get more responsibilities, take on more responsibilities, so I don't rely on my mom so much as I used to before. and I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I pay for a lot of stuff on my own, but I feel like I need more advice on how to cut that out of my life, like to not be a mama's boy. Because I remember I talked to one of my OGs. He told me that, like, for example, I like the way my mom cooks, but never tell a woman to cook something like your mom does, because I'm just gonna tell you to go fuck your mom.
Who the told you that stupid ass advice? Who told
Yeah,
you that?
yeah, exactly. So I just came out here to ask for some advice on like how to not be a mama's boy.
Who gave you that advice though? Who your mama told you that shit?
Told me what?
Never ask a woman to cook like your mom does?
No.
You just heard that from something like online or something?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just wanted to hear what's your take on that.
No, I got you, but I'm saying that though. I'm trying to figure out where you heard that from.
From one of my trainer. He's the guy that trained me how to drive. I'm a truck driver, so he basically just told me that.
Stop listening to that bitch. Number one, bro. Any woman. Let's get to. I want to get to that part though. I'm gonna get to all other shit you said, bro. The part about a woman cooking though, can't a woman be around me unless she cooking?
Right.
Like, but like, so I'm saying, if a woman telling you go ask your mama, that's not a woman you need to be with. Because every woman that you gonna deal with, if you a valuable man and she a valuable woman, it's gonna be instinctually she gonna want to cook for you because that's the type of woman she is. Because she understand that that's a part of acts of service and wanting to love on her man. So don't, whoever tells you that shit is that's some bullshit, bro. Don't listen to that dumb shit. Every woman around me cook. Every woman that I make with, she gonna cook. And shit, I ain't gonna lie, I love my mama to death, but I know women that cook better than my mama that I deal with. So hey, or that I have dealt with. But as far as you know, the how to be a mama, stop being a mama's boy or be so like relying on her. The best thing you can do, bro, is get away from your hometown. I left the house. I left the house at 18. No. I ain't say move out. Get out of your hometown. I don't mean move 15 minutes away. Move. No. You need to leave. What city you live in?
I live in Jersey and in Williamstown, South Jersey.
Jersey's not a cheap place to live. Jersey is expensive.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah.
If you can afford to live in Jersey, you can afford to live in Atlanta. You can afford to live in Chicago. You can afford to live in St. Louis. You can afford to live in DC. You can afford to live in Houston and almost every other major city that's not New York or maybe California or Hawaii or maybe Seattle. Is probably the same. So you need to get the fuck away from your mama. So what you do for work?
I'm a truck driver.
If you a truck driver, cool. If I was you, bro, I would try to find your location somewhere else. And as far as like your station or like where you at, and you do long distance, like you do cross country type shit.
Yes.
Okay. Embrace that. Get away from your mom. And I'm talking about like make your safe house where you live at another city. You ain't got to live all the way across the country. I would tell you to do so because that's what I did. But you got to get away from your hometown because what it does is it forces you to survive. It forces you. You ain't got your auntie, your mama, your cousins and shit down the street. You don't got no security blanket. So it forced you to do that. And I did that at 18. I left Cleveland and went to West Virginia, went to school. And then I went to New York. And then I went to Pittsburgh. And then I went to Chicago. And then I went to Texas. And I'm in my second city in Texas. And then I'm about to move to the West Coast. So I done been everywhere. And that's just live places. That ain't got to include all the places I done traveled to. But like live though, like you got to get away from your mama house. You got to. Your mom gonna always be, she gonna love you to a fault. And that's why so many young men, I ain't saying you, but a lot of young men be so effeminate. They be so soft. They be so emotional. And they be so fucking lazy because mommy gonna be there. No, mommy ain't gonna be. You need to handle your business and figure it out. Your mama ain't gonna be the one that's gonna teach you how to be a man. So if your father ain't around or if he ain't, he ain't really there to give you the game, then you got to do it by yourself. But yeah, the best advice I can tell you is, bro, you gotta insert yourself into a different environment.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. I heard you say that a couple times in a lot of your videos, but yeah, I appreciate you helping me out.
All right.
Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure, bro. Likewise. Appreciate you showing love to the live. And yeah, man, that's the best thing I can tell for any of y'all. For all you young dudes, man, a lot of y'all coming up asking for advice. Get away from your mama house. Get away from your hometown. Get away from that city where you comfortable at. And stop being scared to jump off the porch. Stop. I knew I wanted to leave Cleveland, nigga, when I was 12. I knew I wanted to leave Cleveland when I was 12. Like I knew I wanted to leave Cleveland when I was 12 years old. And I told myself at 12, like, man, I'm leaving this shit. Nigga, I became 18, 17. I was already looking up cities and other shit I can go to. As soon as I turned 18, nigga, I graduated from high school, boom, I was gone. And I've been to Cleveland probably like 5 times since then. And I ain't talking about live, I'm talking about I went to go visit. I probably done visited Cleveland 5 times since 2016. Like it ain't nothing there for me, man. Ain't nothing there for me. Ain't nothing but a bunch of street shit. All my niggas in the streets, all of them. All my niggas in the streets. So I can't be around that environment anyway, because I'm gonna fuck myself up. I ain't gonna say all of them. Most of all my niggas in the streets. Most of them. And I can't be around that shit, man. Cleveland fucked up. I ain't trying to be around that shit. Love them to death, but I can't be around it. I'm on a different mindset. I'm not trying to be cool and tough. I was 17 doing that shit, man. I done been graduated from that lifestyle. Shout out to Tyra. Thank you for the $10 donation, Tyra. Tyra says, may you continue to be blessed. I appreciate you, Tyra. Shout out to Tyra for the love and the support. Much love to you, Tyra. Shout out to with a $9 donation. I appreciate you, Thank you, with the $9 dono. Shout out to no need, just showing love, no need to say my name. I got you. Thank you for the $20 donation. I appreciate you. Y'all be showing me all type of love, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to, okay, no shout out needed. Nah, don't nobody want no shout out. All right. For always giving good advice, no shout out needed. Thank you for that person who said that. I see all y'all names, but if y'all tell me not to say y'all names, I won't. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. And hey, man, shout out to Adriana with the $100 donation, man. $100 donation. With the $100 donation. Adriana says, hi, Aunt. Glad to catch another live. I appreciate you always showing love, Adriana. Shout out to Adriana with the $100 donation on PayPal. Y'all be showing me all type of love and support, man. I appreciate y'all. We almost to the goal, man. We right there to the goal, man. And I think I missed this. Did I miss your name? No, I think I said Ashley. Ashley, I think I said, if I didn't, Ashley, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you, Ashley. Ashley says, I might have said her name. I don't remember. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I think I did. Adriana, thank you for the $100 donation. I appreciate you, Adriana. Shout out to Adriana for the love. You always coming through, rocking with the content and showing love. All y'all, though, as a collective, man, y'all be fucking with me and rocking with me. Please don't say my name. All right. Now everybody want to be all fucking mysterious and shit. Thank you for the $10 donation. For the person that said, please don't say my name. Now niggas want to be mysterious. All right. I'm talking shit, man. I don't mind it. I appreciate y'all. Man. Shout out to Isaiah, man, with the $10 donation. Isaiah says, content, bro. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Isaiah. Glad you rocking with it, fam. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support, man. Thank y'all for rocking with the content and doing y'all thing, man. Somebody said they Batman now. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. I'm dropping some of the people that's on these fake pages. I ain't bringing y'all up. Or not dropping y'all, but I see a username with a bunch of numbers. I ain't bringing you up. I only bring up people that's on real legitimate pages. All that troll page stuff you little dudes be having. I can't bring y'all up. Some of that be the women too, but it's mostly the little dudes. Have you been to Detroit? I've been to Detroit a few times. I fuck with Detroit. Shout out to Detroit. What up, though? I've been to the it should be called the Black American History Museum, but African American History Museum out there. My mama, shout out to my mama. My mama took me there when I was like 13. My mama took me there when I was like 13, and I've been in Detroit a couple other times other than that. I rock with Detroit. What up, though? If you from Detroit, you know that lingo. What up, though? Y'all down the street. I'm trying to bring people up, but it ain't working. Let's try somebody else. Here we go.
You don't lie.
What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
I had a quick question. I put it in chat a couple times, but it's moving pretty fast. My question is, what is your take on a guy who's willing to commit but don't want marriage on paper. So it's kind of like a Yandy and Mendices type thing.
Yeah.
Where they was married but it wasn't legal.
Well, let me ask you this: what makes a marriage a marriage?
Well, I guess it depends on your beliefs, right? So
Yeah.
if you believe in God, although we both believe in God, but I think in his take is the lay of the land, right? He feel like it's indoctrinated.
I do too.
So and that's what I wanted to get your opinion about.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talking, getting to know each other, and I said so we could jump the broom. You know, so just kind of, I guess, trying to figure out, am I torn between a spiritual belief, but like you said, what makes a marriage a marriage? So you got the lay of the land, the certificate, or is what you make it?
Well, me personally, I don't believe in paperwork marriage either. I don't understand why we got to involve the state or the government into my marriage. But if I'm married, it's between me, my wife, and God. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in it. I just don't at all.
Okay.
Now you got people that, you know, I seen somebody type the common law thing, but that's only if they know that y'all live in the same house. I mean, there's so many ways to get around that. But me personally, right? I don't believe in a paperwork marriage. I don't see it as nothing but a way to try to manipulate, you know, your situation.
Okay.
Personally. So if that's not something that you with though, if you ain't rocking with that, then you ain't gotta be
Well,
with it.
no, I mean, it's not, I'm open-minded. So I do agree with your marriage or your relationship is what you two agree upon, and what you make it out to be, because you guys are the ones that's in the relationship. But just, I've been listening to your content, and a lot of your topics have been enlightening. So it just made me think outside the box. Definitely would not want to lose a good guy being stuck in the mind frame of paperwork. As long as I understand the logic behind it, I think, you know, I'm good. And second question is, what are your thoughts on a long distance relationship, being that I'm in North Carolina, he's in Connecticut?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think as long as you know, you're willing to travel, y'all grown, be able to catch a flight. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Most of my relationships, you know, I would say have been long distance recently. That's because I live in rural Texas. I live like out in the country Texas. I don't live in no major city in Texas. I live like 3 hours from the closest major city. Like I live in the country, like Texas. I live in that part. So, you know, obviously, you know, the women around me. So most of the women I deal with, they have to fly to me. But if you're willing to travel, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think it brings a different structure, because you got to be willing to trust the person that you with. You got to be willing to communicate. You know, you got to be willing to, you know, deal with the fact that, you know, you're not always there. But at the end of the day, if you can't make it work locally with that person, then you ain't gonna be able to make it work long term with that person either. I mean, these people in relationships where, you know, they basically, what if somebody traveled for work? You know, it'd be the same type of thing. So I don't think it's necessarily a big issue. It's just basically mind over matter. And again, if you an adult, if you're willing to travel, and there should be no issue with that, I don't see why that'd be an issue. But I think eventually though, it needs to get to a situation where y'all really move by each other. You move by him or whatever y'all end up doing, for sure.
Right. I agree, and I feel the same way as you on that take. But he mentioned something about he can't do long distance relationships because I guess with the travel and spending time together, he would want to be around you more than what we would be. So
then I don't think then if that's the case, then I don't think you should go about it then. I think y'all should. I mean, is he willing to have you come out there? Like, is he? I mean, how long y'all been dealing with each other?
Just a couple months. So we're vetting, asking questions, kind of seeing where the head is.
I think if you're not willing to
we met on a dating app. So And again, I don't mind, getting to know the person long distance, traveling, and then if the chemistry and everything is right, moving.
But he minds it though, right?
I'm gonna ask him a little bit more in depth what he means by that, but he just mentioned he can't do a long distance relationship. I could take it as for a year, like a year or 2 years, something like that.
Where's he from?
But I might need to get. He is from Atlanta. He's from Atlanta, and then he moved to Connecticut. So he's been in Connecticut probably since like high school. His plan is after his daughter graduate to go to Atlanta, and she graduate in 2 years. So
yeah, I don't know about. I think it's if that's already the foundation of what he's speaking from, then I don't think there's no point in going through with it. You should probably leave it alone and just, man, you got to be. I mean, if he's willing to talk to you, then he should be willing to be long distance. But he might not be. He might. I'm gonna tell you this though, Southern Bill. Men are willing to do long distance if it's a woman that they like.
Okay.
I don't think you like it like that. At least not enough to be married to you. Maybe for fun, maybe for short term, not long term.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming up.
Thanks.
What's going on? Jane Lee.
Hi, I'm sorry. Good morning. I'm sorry. I just wake up. I'm very sleepy now. So can I join live?
Jane, we can't hear you. We can't hear nothing that you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
It's kind of hard to hear you.
Wait a moment. Let me move. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What country you in? You in the
Is it
UK?
clear now? Sorry?
What country you in?
Yeah, I just wake up. I'm sorry. I was sleepy.
Okay. What country are you in?
Sorry. I'm in Indonesia now. Do you know Bali?
Indonesia?
Do you know Bali? Yes. Do you know Bali? Do you know Jakarta?
No.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I just wake up and I don't know what kind of the discussion they want to talk with me. Sorry.
You didn't mean to come up?
I want to come up, but because I'm waiting for lines. I get I feel like very sleepy, and I just wake up again after you just say.
Okay. Well, just when you get some time to get yourself. I know you just woke up. You get some time to get yourself together. Then then you can come back up and we can have a conversation. What's going on?
Hi.
How you doing?
So I have a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
I've just came across your content. And so you seem like you're pretty wise when it comes to dating and advice and stuff. So I have this situation with a guy that I was seeing. We're not currently seeing each other anymore. And I just wanted to know if my logic on it was wrong on it by ending it. He was a really good guy. He didn't have any children. I, however, have 2. He was just really his intelligence, emotional intelligence was there. Everything just seemed like he checked off the list. However, my only concern was that he did not have a job. And I am a nurse. I work 12 hours, 3 days a week. My income is really good for me and my 2 children, so I really don't need help as far as them. Their father is in the picture 100%. So we have a really good co-parenting schedule and everything like that. But yeah, it was just him not having a job. And he kind of fell a little bit on hard times due to his last relationship. They had a lot together. So she kind of took everything
What's
Once
your
the
question?
relationship ended.
What's your question? What's your question?
My question is, was my logic on ending it wrong? Because I ended it really just because I didn't know if he was able to like provide.
Okay. So what did he do for any type of income then?
He had like in and out like jobs that he would get with his dad as far as like construction and just he just had some job like here and there. Like here and there he'll have a job.
So there's nothing consistent though.
Yeah, nothing consistent.
Okay. So number one, let me ask this though. Why you not with the children's father?
We just grew apart. It was nothing specific. We were engaged. We were together for 10 years.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
You grew apart. The same way you can grow apart, you can grow together. So
Yeah, we were young. Like, I was 18 when I got with my kid's dad.
what does that mean? What does being 18 mean? What they got to do with it?
So I really didn't have like too much experience.
You don't
He
need
was like
experience.
really.
Let me explain something to you. You're a woman. You don't need experience. You're a woman. You need guidance. You don't need experience to figure out how to be in a relationship or a man or to be with a man. You don't need
Right.
experience. I know the internet told you got to go. I'm not saying you did this, but I'm saying I know the internet tell you younger women you got to go out there and everybody you see. You got to suck everybody dick and go on a whole bunch of dates and then you can be in a relationship. No. Our grandmothers and our great grandmothers didn't need experience. They didn't need to jump from to figure out who their husband was going to be. They was getting married at 18 and some, like if you go back 100 years ago, they was getting married at 17, 16. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't need the experience. What you needed was guidance. But you being 18 ain't got nothing to do with it. You grown enough to make a grown woman decision. You grown enough, you know what I'm saying, to be in that situation. You grown enough to be somebody's wife. So I think that we could sit here and talk about the new dude all day. He didn't have a job. Okay. Let me explain something to you. And this ain't to be rude to you. This ain't to be to dish you. This is to be honest with you. You how old again?
I'm 27.
You're 27. You got 2 kids, and it's the same one dad, right?
Yes.
27, 2 kids, 1 dad. You said he's a great dad, or you said he's definitely he's an involved father.
Yes, excellent dad.
Okay. When I asked you why y'all broke up, you said we grew apart. Y'all need to get back together, and I'm gonna tell you why. At the end of the day, you 27 with 2 kids. You ain't got barely any leverage in the dating market. And most of the men that you're going to deal with is going to be exactly what you just dealt with. A dude that ain't never had no fucking job. And he just around. And most of the time, they not going to have no job. And they're going to be looking, and if they do have a job, they're not going to take you seriously because they're going to be looking to fuck. And you got to understand this too. Most men are liars. And the one man that you had, how many different times you been engaged?
Me and him was engaged twice.
Okay, but it was with that same dude, right?
Yes.
You got engaged twice with this man. So what I'm telling you is, this is the man that you gave 2 children to. He's a great dad, and y'all been engaged twice, which tells me that there is some type of chance that can work. But it clearly ain't working out with him outside of nothing else, and it clearly ain't working out with you. So what I think y'all need to do is, if it ain't no physical violence going on, if it ain't no things with, that's like, I guess infidelity, and if there's just subtle things that y'all maybe arguments and shit, that shit can be fixed. Y'all might need to go to, somebody said couples therapy, whatever that need to be. Hopefully it's a male therapist, not a female one. Y'all need to fix that shit up, because that's probably your best bet. And I'm gonna tell you this last thing too. Most people don't like to admit this. How you say her name? Tajane?
Yes.
Most people don't like to admit this shit, Tajane. You only got about 2 or 3 times in your whole life that you're gonna come across a person that is good enough to be your, or not even good enough, but that is willing to be your husband or your wife. Only about 2 or 3 times in your life. And most people don't realize that that person that would have been your husband or your wife is already dead and long gone. So everybody else after that is just gonna be in there that's filler. It's gonna be sex and fun and ain't gonna be nothing serious. Again, about 2 or 3 times in your whole life that you're gonna come across a man that's gonna be willing and that's gonna be a valuable man that can be your husband. You already gave one of them, that man, 2 kids. I think y'all should try to fix that shit and make that shit work. That's my personal opinion. Fuck the dude with no job. We ain't even got to worry about him. He long gone. You already broke up with him. I think you should give it a baby dad.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna take that into
I'm for
consideration.
real though. Don't let that go one or out of the other. Don't listen to your female friends and all that internet shit. I think y'all should have a real deep conversation, and I think y'all should work it out. and not for the kids.
Yeah,
For
I do
yourself.
too. We started talking back recently, and he agreed that he does feel like we should try to make our family work and make things work, and I agree. So I don't know. I just really like the other guy. I did like him,
He ain't got
and
no job.
I know. I try to overlook that because money doesn't make a person, and it doesn't. I tried to overlook that, but you're
But
right.
but again, you really like your child's father. You gave him 2 kids, not one.
Yeah.
You gave him 2.
Yeah.
Make it work with that man. He ain't gonna be the best man. He gonna have flaws. He ain't gonna be the most attractive. He ain't gonna be the tallest. He ain't gonna have the most money. He ain't gonna be the biggest nothing. But I promise you this, that's gonna be the man because you said he's a good dad. That's gonna be the man. That's gonna be that's gonna make sure his family's straight. Get with that man.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I will take that into consideration. Thank you.
And have him call into the show too. I can get on his head too.
Okay. You talking about my kid's dad or the?
No, the other. I'm talking about your child's father.
I will, because he's open to listening. Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate you coming out. What's going on, Afro?
Hi.
How you doing? What's on your mind?
So I have a question. It is me and this person, we're not currently together, but we still keep in contact. We were in a relationship for about a year, and I noticed that whenever he would speak, he would talk about family relationships that he had. There was some trauma back there. So eventually I ended the relationship so he could try to focus on himself, focus on his career, and actually, I guess, try to heal and move on from the relationship because it started to seem like the relationship was getting a little toxic. Mm-hmm. So I was just wondering, maybe did I end it too quickly or should I try to handle it differently?
Wait, say it. What happened? I'm confused. What? I'm confused. Afro, say it again. Condense it down a little bit. But what did you say? Like how? How did it? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
So when he told me about his family relationships, they're not the best family at all.
Right.
And he was in school to be a paramedic and a firefighter. He has accomplished that goal for him. And I just wanted him to actually be able to focus on, I guess, a healing journey from the trauma in his past and not put the extra pressure of a relationship on him. So I eventually ended the relationship so he can focus on that aspect.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought I heard. I don't understand why wouldn't you be a support system? Why would he need to put more effort and pressure on you? I don't understand that. If anything, if let's say he gets successful in his career, it's still gonna be a relationship attached to him. So why wouldn't you try to advise it to be the support system for him rather than just ending it? That don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. What would make him what would make you feel like that wasn't the case, where he wasn't putting that energy into what he needed to do? I mean, I'm not saying that don't happen. Men do that a lot, but I'm saying where you come in at, you be the support system. You be the one that's like the nurturer, the one that's like pushing him to be better. You supposed to be a helpmate. Oh, I'm confused.
And see, I thought I was actually trying to support him. Not saying like by leaving. I thought I was trying to support him. I'm saying while we were together and in the relationship, I would try to give him advice. I would try to say like, hey, I don't think this person has your best interest at heart. But when I would do things like that, then it seemed like he would get aggressive.
Okay, what do you mean he would get aggressive?
Not like physically, like verbally aggressive.
Okay, how?
Argumentative. Some argumentative is a better word.
You would simply just be this nice, delicate woman, and you would just say, hey, amazing man that I'm with, it's this person that's with you. I don't know if they the best person for you. And he would just spaz out and just get aggressive and angry and just cut you out.
Not necessarily curse me out, but like one situation
What I
was
think was happening is it's something that being left out of the story. You're not saying it fully because it don't even make logical sense. Because if he was just this uptight, y'all probably wouldn't even been able to like deal with each other in any type of facet. He probably wouldn't even have a job. He probably would have terrible relationships all around. So, something being left out. It don't sound like you being fully transparent.
the person who I would normally say I don't think this person has his best interest at heart would be his best friend.
Okay.
And one situation in particular was a person I was dealing with. He went into the hospital and I didn't know where he was. So I tried to get in contact with him. He wasn't answering his phone. I contacted his best friend and he didn't tell me where he was. And then I heard from him, I guess, when he got discharged. And he asked me if I tried to talk to his best friend because his best friend told him that I got in contact with him. And I was confused because I said, yes, I did get in contact with him. I was trying to see if you were okay. I hadn't heard from you today. And then he made it seem like, no, I was trying to talk to his best friend.
That don't even make sense. You not being fully transparent. So you mean to tell me if that dude was here, he would explain the situation exactly as you explained it? Because if that's what happened, then there would be message proof to say you would have texted a friend and say like, "Hey, it's so and so." Because especially if he at the hospital and you know that he at the hospital, something terribly bad could have happened because that's not normal. So what would happen is you would contact the best friend and be like, "Hey, where's Dwayne? What happened? Is he at the hospital? What's going on? Like I need to, that will be there. So it will be clear that the information was about the hospital and where is your man at rather than anything I got to do with that man. So if the man went to his boy and was like, "Hey man, your girl trying to talk to me," he would probably show some type of proof. And if you had proof that maybe he didn't show, then you would just show the messages or show whatever that contact was. So something they adding up. Some information is not being given, and you not being fully transparent. I can already tell.
I didn't know he was at the hospital until he told me he was at the hospital.
Until who told you?
Until my ex told me he was at the hospital.
So you contacted the friend. Okay, you said
to see if maybe he was with him. I was trying to see if maybe he was with him and they were at the gym or something.
So you just didn't so y'all just didn't talk that whole day?
Pretty much. We had plans to meet up later that day, and when it was time to meet up, he wasn't answering the phone,
sure
so I wasn't.
I'm just want to make sure I'm not tripping. Everybody that's in the live, don't be biased. Do y'all know what she talking about? Yes or no? I don't know what she talking about, and you very confusing. And I feel like you leaving our information. Do y'all know what she talking about? Okay, so it's not just me. Afro, what are you talking about? You not being fully honest in this situation. I know you not. You leaving out information because what you saying not even adding up. It's not adding up whatsoever. I'm not a dummy.
Okay, so maybe I'm not understanding. So when I found out he went to the hospital was when he came over later on. And he asked like, "Hey, did I try to talk to his friend?" I said, "No." He said I tried to talk to him, and I was confused as to why he said that because my messages on my phone said, "Hey, have you seen person's name?" He said no. I said okay, and that's where I left the message at.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Yeah, I feel like that don't even make sense. Any logical person. I mean, so did you show your man the messages?
Yes.
So then what do you say?
He didn't believe me. He thought I deleted something.
So did he had them same messages from his friend?
No.
Yeah, some may make sense. And this was from a whole different situation. Because earlier you said you left him because he was trying to be a firefighter and you didn't want him to not focus on that. And I don't even understand what your question is.
No, I left him because I wanted him to heal from his past trauma with his family.
You said something about focusing on being a firefighter and focusing on his career. That's why you left.
He was also doing that. Yes, he was also in school to be a firefighter. And I just felt like with a relationship added on, it might add extra pressure into it.
What? No, I don't think that was logical for you to do that. No, I think that was stupid. Because your initial question was about, was it logical? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Did your man have an issue because you went to another dude asking about him? Was that the problem?
That would be my guess, because I'm not exactly sure. The way he made it seem was I was actually trying to make a pass at his friend.
So if the man was here right now, he would say the same exact thing that you're saying right now on his phone. It would be no added information.
No.
Yeah, that delay was a cap. Yeah, I don't know. Is he available? Can you put him on the phone? Can you call him?
I can try to call him. He might be at work.
Yeah, and just, ask him, why did he think that you was trying to talk to his friend? What was the issue with that? Let's try to get some actual valid information.
Okay.
Okay, you got another phone? You can call him.
No, I only have this one phone.
Okay. Well, since we can't get no outside information, then it's no point. But I don't believe her. I think it's some information that she not adding, and I guarantee you, I'll put my life on it, that if that man was on this call right now, this live, I guarantee that this whole situation would be so much added information, we'd be baffled. And this happens all the time. But the reason why this happens all the time is because y'all women be in these friend groups, and your friend groups don't ask y'all these questions. They don't like to challenge y'all. You know why? Because they don't want to break girl code. It ain't about right, wrong, or indifferent. It's about we all got to stick together because we got to. They're not going to challenge you. They're not going to question you. They're not going to try to make things make sense. They're going to take what you say and they're going to take your side no matter what. I'm not up here. It sounds like she's saying some bullshit. Or she just leaving out like 60% of what actually happened. So it's hard to follow somebody because logically it don't make no sense. You left him because you wanted him to focus on healing from family trauma and you wanted him to focus on his career. And then he was toxic because he thought I was trying to talk to him when he went to the hospital, but I didn't know he was at the hospital. So I went to go talk to the friend, and the friend told him that I was trying to talk to him. And then I asked him, or he came to me, and then he said I was trying to talk to the friend, but then I had actual proof that said that it proved. Man, come on, man. That sounds like some bullshit. I don't believe her. I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been doing this since 2021. Not TikTok per se, but having people call in live and get a relationship, problems and break the shit down, man. That sound like cap. What's going on?
Yo, and I just want to say, bruh, I be seeing you go crazy on the TikTok shit and everything. You putting people in their place and stuff. I just want to say, keep going crazy. Don't let nobody doubt you and shit like that, fam. And all that.
I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
All right, fam.
For sure. Much love to you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support, my guy. What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Vanessa, how you doing?
Hi, good, thank you. So I just wanted to know your perspective. I know your perspective never could go wrong. So me and my daughter's dad, we separated 8-9 months ago. I still let him see his daughters. And within time, I'm like tired of the negative comments trying to pretty much like sabotage my motherhood with them. Like saying stuff like, oh, your hair is not brushed, your mom don't love you, or saying stuff like to my daughters, like, "Oh, your mom not gonna go with you to your fun day activity at school because I work till 6 p.m." And since he left my house, I let him pick up.
So I have a rule on my live. If your smoke alarm is beeping, I have to drop you down. The reason why probably you're going through some things you're going through with you and your child's father, it's a bigger issue. I don't allow people with smoke alarms to come up in here. You can call it rude, you can call it mean, you can call it disrespectful, whatever it is. Your smoke alarm is beeping. You and everybody else to come up here with smoke alarms, y'all gonna get dropped down every single time. Fix your smoke alarm. That is a clear indication on motherhood, because you got them kids in the house and your smoke alarm is beeping. So I can only imagine all of the other lack of thereof of things that you should be doing or that you're not doing in your household when it comes to your children. So the man's probably right. And I ain't saying that he the greatest father in the world either, because instilling that into your kids ain't right if you being honest about it. But this is the thing with the smoke alarm. It's not about the smoke alarm. I've said it before, but for the people that don't understand why I'm so deep on the smoke alarm. This is why. A smoke alarm is a clear indication of all the other issues that you got in your motherfucking life. Because it's a first of all, thank you, it's a safety hazard. And you got your fucking kids in the house with you. That's number one. Number two, it's a value of low class, low quality behavior. Because it's something that's consistently beeping in your house. That's a safety hazard that you don't give a fuck about. And it's consistently beeping so much that you don't even remember that. You can't even pay attention to the fact that motherfucker beeping. So you done tone out the sound. And that's a clear indication of probably all the other shit in your life that you done toned out and don't even pay attention to. It ain't about the smoke alarm. It's about all the other shit as well. But you having a smoke alarm beeping and you got them little girls in the house is a clear indication on lack of motherhood. So you need to be a better mother. And I don't give a fuck if I hurt your feelings. You need to hear it. Wish you would be up here talking about that. You got them little girls in the house or boys or whatever kids you got, and you got that damn smoke alarm beeping. That's bullshit. So the man's probably right. And you need to listen to him. And I had the same energy for everybody. I don't give a fuck if you a man or a woman. If your smoke alarm beeping, get the fuck on up off my lot. Motherfuckers done lost your mind. What's going on, Mariah?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
I just actually came to talk to you. I am a entrepreneur. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm actually making chocolate covered strawberries right now. I see you're live often. Maybe you can give me a little insight on your personnel and what's your goals, possibly, if you're open to it.
That's not really a dating question, Mariah. You have a question.
I mean, in regards to dating, like, what is your perspective on it? If that's a question, or do you want more so a question of like, how do we feel about relationship roles and what a woman or a man should be doing in the relationship to bring out like their most feminine or most masculine traits? Is that more so a question that you'd like?
I mean, I guess. Well,
Okay.
you doing a part of it. You know, you in the kitchen doing your job, which is good. Yeah. I think that's a good sign of a good. But it's not that don't mean you a good woman, but it's a good sign of a good woman. Yeah, in the house, taking care of the kitchen, chocolate covered strawberries. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I do listen to you often. I do like your masculinity. I think it is a blessing to have that voice and be able to nurture people in that way. So, if you ever come to Michigan or you come to Detroit and you need some plant-based meal preps, make sure you see me around.
Plant-based?
Yes.
You don't make no steak or nothing?
I can cater towards it, but if I don't, I have just a green thumb about things and eating things that are living. So.
But I'm a man. I like steak. You can't make no steak.
I mean, I've ate it before, but I know how to make it. I just don't eat it currently. That's not in my diet.
But would you make it though?
Would I? I would have to think about it. I would have to see how much I love you.
Nope. Goodbye. Nope. You see, I was rocking with you, but nah, baby, I'm a man. Imagine coming home from your 12-hour shift, fellas, and your blue collar job, and I got a green smoothie. I don't give a fuck about this green smoothie. Where the meat at? Where the steak and the chicken at, man? Where the steak and the chicken and the potatoes? I'm a man. I need protein and energy. Where the carbs at? Ain't nothing wrong with eating healthy, right? You're supposed to eat healthy. Steak can be healthy. Chicken can be healthy. I come home eating no damn salad. I'm a man. God damn it. Can't do it, baby. Can't do it. I love a woman with domestic skills, but nah, baby. But shout out to you. So keep doing your thing, and hopefully you rock with your, keep being successful with your business. But no, baby, I need some steak and some chicken and all that. Smothered pork chop. I don't eat no pork. I don't rock with I don't do no swine. And do you eat leftovers? Hell yeah, man. I grew up on Hamburger Helper and shit. Hell yeah, I eat leftovers like a mother. I'm in Chicago. I'll make your steak. That's crazy. Detroit women, y'all gotta be better, man. Plant-based meat. I'm cool. But I appreciate you though for the you know what I'm saying, coming through though, sweet. What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Vanessa, how you doing?
Hi, good, thank you. So I just wanted to know your perspective. I know your perspective never could go wrong. So me and my daughter's dad, we separated 8-9 months ago. I still let him see his daughters. And within time, I'm like tired of the negative comments trying to pretty much like sabotage my motherhood with them. Like saying stuff like, oh, your hair is not brushed, your mom don't love you. Or saying stuff like to my daughters like, oh, your mom not gonna go with you to your fun day activity at school because I work till 6 p.m. And since he left my house, I let him pick up.
So I have a rule on my live. If your smoke alarm is beeping, I have to drop you down. The reason why probably you're going through some things you're going through with you and your child's father, it's a bigger issue. I don't allow people with smoke alarms to come up in here. You can call it rude, you can call it mean, you can call it disrespectful, whatever it is. Your smoke alarm is beeping. You and everybody else to come up here with smoke alarms, y'all gonna get dropped down every single time. Fix your smoke alarm. That is a clear indication on motherhood, because you got them kids in the house and your smoke alarm is beeping. So I can only imagine all of the other lack of thereof of things that you should be doing or that you're not doing in your household when it comes to your children. So the man's probably right. And I ain't saying that he the greatest father in the world either, because instilling that into your kids ain't right if you being honest about it. But this is the thing with the smoke alarm. It's not about the smoke alarm. I've said it before, but for the people that don't understand why I'm so deep on a smoke alarm. This is why. A smoke alarm is a clear indication of all the other issues that you got in your motherfucking life. Because it's a first of all, thank you, it's a safety hazard. And you got your fucking kids in the house with you. That's number one. Number two, it's a value of low class, low quality behavior. Because it's something that's consistently beeping in your house. That's a safety hazard that you don't give a fuck about. And it's consistently beeping so much that you don't even remember that. You can't even pay attention to the fact that motherfucker beeping. So you done tone out the sound. And that's a clear indication of probably all the other in your life that you done toned out and don't even pay attention to. It ain't about the smoke alarm. It's about all the other shit as well. But you having a smoke alarm beeping and you got them little girls in the house is a clear indication on lack of motherhood. So you need to be a better mother. And I don't give a fuck if I hurt your feelings. You need to hear it. Wish you would be up here talking about that. You got them little girls in the house or boys or whatever kids you got, and you got that damn smoke alarm beeping. That's bullshit. So the man's probably right. And you need to listen to him. And I had the same energy for everybody. I don't give a fuck if you're a man or a woman. If your smoke alarm beeping, get the fuck on up off my live. I lost your mind. What's going on, Mariah?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
I just actually came to talk to you. I am an entrepreneur. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm actually making chocolate covered strawberries right now. I see you're live often. Maybe you can give me a little insight on your personnel and what's your goals, possibly, if you're open to it.
That's not really a dating question, Mariah. You have a
I
question.
mean, in regards to dating, like, what is your perspective on it? If that's a question, or do you want more so a question of like, how do we feel about relationship roles and what a woman or a man should be doing in the relationship to bring out like their most feminine or most masculine traits? Is that more so a question that you'd like?
I mean, I guess. Well,
Okay.
you doing a part of it. You know, you in the kitchen doing your job, which is good. Yeah. I think that's a good sign of a good. But it's not that don't mean you a good woman, but it's a good sign of a good woman. Yeah, in the
Okay.
house, taking care of the kitchen, chocolate covered strawberries. That's good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I do listen to you often. I do like your masculinity. I think it is a blessing to have that voice and be able to nurture people in that way. So, you know, if you ever come to Michigan or you come to Detroit and you need some plant-based meal preps, make sure you see me around.
Plant based.
Yes.
You don't make no steak or nothing.
I can cater towards it, but if I don't, I have just a green thumb about things and eating things that are living. So
But I'm a man. I like steak. You can't make no steak.
I mean, I've ate it before, but I know how to make it. I just don't eat it currently. That's not in my diet.
But would you make it though?
Would I? I would have to think about it. I would have to see how much I love you.
Nope. Goodbye. Nope. You see, I was rocking with you, but nah, baby, I'm a man. Imagine coming home from your 12-hour shift, fellas, and your blue collar job, and I got a green smoothie. I don't give a fuck about this green smoothie. Where the meat at? Where the steak and the chicken at, man? Where the steak and the chicken and the potatoes? I'm a man. I need protein and energy. Where the carbs at? Ain't nothing wrong with eating healthy, right? You're supposed to eat healthy. Steak can be healthy. Chicken can be healthy. I come home and eating no damn salad. I'm a man. God damn it. Can't do it, baby. Can't do it. I love a woman with domestic skills, but nah, baby. But shout out to you. So keep doing your thing, and hopefully you rock with your, keep being successful with your business. But no, baby, I need some steak and some chicken and all that. Smothered pork chop. I don't eat no pork. I don't rock with I don't do no swine. And do you eat leftovers? Hell yeah, man. I grew up on Hamburger Helper and shit. Hell yeah, I eat leftovers like a motherfucker. I'm in Chicago. I'll make your steak. That's crazy. Detroit women, y'all gotta be better, man. Plant-based meat. I'm cool. But I appreciate you though for the you know what I'm saying, coming through though, sweet. What's going on, CC?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
It's just a quick, direct question. Do you have any advice for women who maybe high earners or women who are successful, like their approach to dating in this market?
Yeah, don't lead with your money. Men don't give a fuck about your money, your degree, your career, or your status. Don't lead with your money. Lead with your femininity. Lead with your value system and your womanhood. Don't nobody give a fuck about your money. The more money you make, don't mean you're gonna make more men of option to you. If you have $1 million, your option is gonna be the same as if you had $10,000. Men don't give a fuck about your money. That don't mean because you get more money, that means you get more men. Don't work like that.
Right. Okay. That's all I had. Thank you.
Okay. I appreciate you coming up. What's going on? Barry, what's going on? All right. I guess no fairy then. Okay. Go to somebody else. What's going on? Guapo, what's going on? Guapo. All right.
Okay. Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
So my question is, how do you know when a man you're in a relationship with is moving too fast or really serious in his actions? Backstory, basically, me and my boyfriend, we've been together since I say like around November. And we had conversations of getting married and all that. And I just want to know if it's for real or he's just like super duper in love or is rushing things. You know what I mean?
I mean, he a boyfriend, so clearly it's
No, like we're in love, but my question is, how do you know if a man is 100% sure, like with his decisions?
we ain't never 100% sure. It's taking a chance. So you never gonna know that. It's like there's no 100% sure or nothing. It's called life. It sounds good to say that shit, but you don't know you 100% sure. That's why you take the chance.
Right.
So, I mean, if y'all together and y'all talking about it, and he's showing, you know, he's your boyfriend. He talking about it. I mean, how old is he?
I'm 22, turning 23, and he just turned 22.
Nah. I don't know about that one, but.
Right. That's why it's like we both young, and
No,
that's why I guess.
No. I'm talking about because you older than him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying it because y'all both young. I'm saying it because you older than him. So the dynamic ain't there. Because a lot of times, them young guys get into that puppy love. Or they get to loving you, thinking you the greatest woman in the world, and then the reality check hit them because you do what your nature is gonna do, which is to be hypergamous, unfortunately. So, I think hopefully like this is kind of part of what I mean though. Because you got a man that's talking about marriage. You said we in love, and is he a good man to you?
Yes.
He treat you right?
Yes.
Is he abusive?
No.
Does he lie?
No.
Does he cheat?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So you got a lot of things in order right now with this man, and you still questioning it. So what it tells me is not to say that you can't have a little foundation of like, all right, I need to make sure I'm prepared for the negative, but it's to say like you got something that like 99% of women don't have, and
right.
You don't even know if it's even a good thing or not, and he clearly showing you that it's a good thing, and he going about it the right way. So I think that's what tends to happen. But I would tell you this though: you said you're 22, about to be 23, or you 23?
Yeah, I'll be 23 in August.
All right, understand something. Don't listen to none of them older women giving you bullshit advice. If that man is a good man to you and he treats you right, be his fucking wife and be faithful to him and love him properly, same way he doing for you. Don't listen to older women. Don't listen to them. I don't give a fuck if they married or not. Don't listen to them. You got about 2 or 3 times in your life that you're gonna come across a man that's gonna be marriage material. And that's me being lucky. Sometimes it's only one. Leave them older women alone. Don't listen to that bullshit advice. Even sometimes older men, don't listen to that. If you got a good man, stay with that good man. He ain't gonna be perfect. There's gonna be things that he gonna have flaws in. It's gonna be things where he gonna fuck up at. He ain't gonna be the most attractive, the tallest. He ain't gonna be the best with nothing. But if he's a good overall man, you stick by him and you stick with him. It's that simple.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I appreciate you coming up. And you 23. It ain't gonna get easy for you as you get older, Marley, because you're gonna be 28, 29, 30, 31, and you're gonna be stuck in that same boat like a lot of these women that's still trying to figure it out. They wish they had what you had. And a lot of times these women be jealous and they be trying to internalize, they be trying to take their trauma and throw it on you. You know he gonna cheat on you, you know he gonna lie on you, you know he gonna, and then you start to think about your relationship that way when that man ain't showed you none of that. He ain't showed you nothing but love and affection and talking about marriage and all that. Stay with that man. Unless he give you a reason not to. He ain't did that though. Stay with that motherfucker, man. Don't listen to them older bras who struggling because they fucked up. Get away from them. And them old niggas too. Some of them old niggas ain't on shit. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, who?
You can hear me? You can hear me?
You said what's up, who?
Yeah, that's your name, right?
I thought you said.
No.
Your background real loud, bro. That's why I can't hear your background loud. Your TV moving around.
Yeah, give me a second. You know my daughter. Give me a second. Can you hear me a little better?
Yeah. What's going on?
No, I just want to cause I have my insight on a couple things. I just want to know what's your insight about 50-50. How do you feel about 50-50?
It's the stupidest, one of the dumbest decisions you can make as, I'm talking about financially, right?
Yeah, financially.
Don't do 50-50 with no woman, man. Don't ever do that shit in your life, ever. Don't ever do that shit. Don't do that shit. Don't listen to them old bitter niggas. Them old, man, don't do, them old bitter niggas gonna set you up. Don't listen to these little young niggas either. Don't do 50-50 with no woman, man. You need to make sure that she's in her place and in her role. A woman's job is to provide. Now, if she adding on to it, that's cool. If she's helping financially, that's cool. You ain't got to take 100-0.
Right. So my thing is, I had an interesting conversation with this person, and my thing is like, I understand when it comes to man has to provide financially. I get it. I really get it. But my thing is like, why can't we combine both our incomes? Why does it have to be like, I'm draining one of my accounts for you to sit around and say, hey, I just cook and clean, I take care of the kids. Why not you work though? That's my logic too.
You just answered the question. Because she's taking care of her house and cooking and cleaning.
So, all right, my thing, so you mean that she shouldn't work even though she cooking and clean?
No, you put it under the construct that she cooking and cleaning and take care of the house and take care of the kids. You put it under that construct. So you answered your own question. You asked me, why should I make all the money and she not working too? And she just basically, okay, I cook, the clean, and take care of the kids. That's what she's supposed to do.
Right, exactly. Okay,
so perfect. That's the reason why, because she taking care of the house. I don't want to come home and wash dishes. I don't want to come home and cook. I don't want to change diapers. That's a woman's job. My job is to go be a provider. Now, you speaking as if it's 100-0. I never said that, and that's kind of unrealistic in 2026. I think 70-30 is cool. 80-20 is cool. We only speaking on finances. But don't go 50-50 with a woman unless you trying to make that woman your equal. You're the leader. You the head.
Right.
You in charge. I know. That woman. Hold on. Just listen, man. Just listen. You the man. You the leader. You the head. She operates under you. You make the decisions. That's your woman. So with that being the case, you the man. That means you hold the majority of the responsibility. Your job is not to do what a woman do. A woman's job is not to do what a man do. Because if it's 50-50 finances, then that means you believe in equality. So it should be 50-50. So if a nigga run up, you want your girl get in the mix and, fighting the nigga too?
Nah, I understand that. I'm saying like,
I know what you're saying, but I'm telling you, you're not thinking of it correctly, bro.
No, I'm thinking correctly. I just wanted to hear what you had to say, brother. I understand it.
You questioning it, so I'm telling you what it is. That's why. A man and a woman is not different, but this is the thing though. The reason why a lot of y'all have this mentality is because y'all think that you doing it for the woman who don't deserve it. You don't provide for no woman that's not a traditional woman. You're not doing this for no fake hair, sexy red Meg Thee Stallion bitch on the internet popping ass and half naked doing a bend over pose, my nigga. You do it for feminine, soft women that are deserving of it. That's the reason so many men have this aversion to it. Like, man, I ain't doing that for no woman because these women. You thinking of it in the negative. You do it for women who deserve it. You only do this you only operate traditionally, bro, for traditional women. If it's not a traditional woman, then you don't give her traditional treatment. You only give women who deserve traditional treatment. And they have to be traditional themselves. Don't do it for no modern day woman.
I
And how old are you, bro?
I'm 30.
You 30, man. You old enough. Come on, man. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
No. I know, bro. I just want to hear because I had a conversation with. I'm saying that's okay with me paying all the rent and I can pay the car note. That's fine. But let's get to the realism about we in 2026. All right. Let's say a man makes $85,000 a year. So you expect him to cover everything, and then what? If you're working, why not be 70-30? I'm not saying. Hey, I'm just going to go 50-50 and you cover this. I'm not saying that. I can cover majority of the bills, but you got to put some footwork too, because you know what I'm saying? We living in a hard time. I'm just being real.
No, you living in a hard time.
Okay.
You talking about this. Let me ask you this. This destroy your this about to destroy your point. Watch this. If I gave you $1 billion right now, the lifestyle that you would live with $1 billion in your bank account, would you still expect a woman to provide 20 or 30% of the resources?
No.
Exactly. You know what that means? No. Stop. Ain't no but. You just destroyed your own point. If I gave you, I'm gonna ask you a question. The question again. If I gave you $1 billion right now, would you want your woman to provide 20, let's even 10% of the financial resource of the lifestyle that y'all be living? $1 billion. I gave you $1 billion, which means you can afford private jets. You can afford traveling to any country, any place you want to go to. Would you expect your woman to provide 10% of the financials?
No.
All right, then. So what that means is you don't even believe what you say. That means that you don't make enough money to be a man, which to be a provider. You don't even make enough money because if it was under your own thought process, if you made enough money, you wouldn't give a fuck about her money because your biology takes over.
I want to make enough money. That's not what I'm. That's not what.
Every time I say something, you keep cutting me off. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. Like you every time I say something, you just gotta butt in. You don't know how to be quiet. This is the point that I'm making, bro. You're not gonna get the best out of a woman unless you got her in her role. I didn't say 100-0. 70-30 is cool. I've already mentioned that. But if she providing 30% of the finances, then you need to be providing. That means that she gonna be taking 70% of the housework. You provide that extra, so you're gonna be taking in housework from here and there too. You know what I'm saying? But you the way you speaking about it like you got an issue, like it's like some type of trauma there. Your question was about 50-50, bro. You don't go 50-50 with no woman. Now that's me telling you, my perspective. You can go do it if you want to, but trust me, over time, that woman is not gonna respect you the same. She's not gonna look at you the same, and she's not gonna respect your masculinity and your leadership. At the end of the day, and you can't expect a woman to provide. This is why a lot of y'all niggas be getting divorced by women. Not all the time, because women are delusional. But a part of what the fuck? I look like I got a robe on. Pause, my nigga. Motherfucking man, let me sit up, nigga. Anyway, I look like I was. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I like I had to look at myself like nigga tripping. Anyway, though, as I was saying though. Not the only reason, because a lot of women just be delusional, but a part of the reason why a lot of women file for divorce is because they tired, and I'm explaining to you why. And I'm about to ask the chat to help me out with this. I did it before, but I'm gonna ask the chat to help me out with this. Ladies, if me and you going 50-50 in a relationship, just naturally, for the most part, I ain't saying things don't switch up and change, but for the most part, who you think is gonna be taking care of the household duties more? When it comes to cleaning, who you think will be taking care of that more? Me or you? Man or the woman? Woman. Got you. For the most part. My fault. For the most part, it's going to be the woman. Who you think going to be doing most of the cooking? For the most part, who going to be doing most of the cooking? The woman. Exactly. Last question I got for y'all. Who going to be doing most of the child nurturing? Changing diapers, feeding the kid, spending time with the kid, things like that. Who gonna be doing most of that? The woman. Thank you. So who sound like they're gonna deal with the most stress in the relationship? Because guess what? When I come home, I'm trying to get my dicks up, I'm trying to get some food, and I'm trying to watch the game. That's what I'm trying to do. So what it sounds like to me is that woman is being superwoman. Not only does she got to provide 50% of the finances, but she also got to take care of the kids majority of the time, cook the majority of the time, and clean the majority of the time. And you niggas wonder why a lot of the women got the mindset that they got. You perpetuate the same superwoman mentality that a lot of these women got, at least a part of it. The reason why a lot of them are delusional and they think, I can cook, I can clean, I can be a housewife, I can take care of kids, and I can run a successful $500 Fortune 500 company. They think they could be full-blown entrepreneurs and be a wife and be a mom and do it all at the same time. The reason why they think that is because not only are they indoctrinated by society and feminism, y'all is too. I don't want my woman doing my job. You can help out. 70-30 cool, 80-20 cool. You can help. But I don't want my woman, I want my woman to be on her best role where she could be the most comfortable. And what a lot of y'all don't understand too is women can't handle stress like we can. Not in the sense of that. We are built to last long term when it comes to shit like that. Not them. Not them. So I'm gonna put my woman in the best position so she could be the most comfortable. And I could be the most comfortable. It ain't just for her, it's for me too. Because I ain't trying to deal with that. I don't feel like it. That's the last thing I want to come home to. I don't feel like.
Yeah, before I say what I say, I just want to say I do with your mindset and everything you got going on.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
But yeah, I just wanted to ask you, do you feel like a woman should come into a relationship or a situation true to her feminine ways? Or do you feel like a man is supposed to bring that out of a woman?
Nah, she should come feminine already. Femininity don't rely on masculinity. Femininity can exist by itself, same way masculinity can exist by itself.
Okay, because I've been saying that, and I be meeting women, they be like, oh, a man is supposed to bring that out of me, and I be looking at them like they crazy. I'm like, what the hell is you talking about?
Leave them alone then. Leave them alone. Or ask them, do masculinity exist off of femininity? Ask them, do you need to bring out my masculine? And see what they say. But leave them alone, bro. You can't deal with a woman like that.
All right, yeah, for sure. That's all I had.
For sure. Appreciate you coming up. Shout out to Derek or Direct, however you say your name. Come on, Courtney.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to say, first of all, I appreciate you spending your time helping people. I think a lot of people need this.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to come up because I personally want to have a better understanding about the correlation between fraternal relationships and romantic relationships. I personally don't have a great relationship with my dad. That's something that I've tried to work through my whole life. I've gone to therapy for it and everything, but just from one of the sessions with my therapist, it's a possibility that I may not be able to mend the relationship. So I'm curious about what effect that may have on romantic relationships moving forward. And I think there's a connotation naturally with men who encounter women that don't have a good relationship with their father. But I think I'm curious about how to move forward it may be a situation where it can't be worked on anymore or salvaged.
Okay. I appreciate you, Courtney, giving your perspective. I'm going to drop you down just because of the background, but I do appreciate you coming up, and I'm going to definitely answer your question. So I think when it comes to, hold on real quick. I think when it comes to, people that don't have good relationships with their parents, it can definitely be something that trickle down to you and how you deal with other people. I think it come down to self-awareness though, Courtney. I think it come down to like, do you understand it? Because you got a lot of people that blame everything on their parents, right? But I think it comes down to, if you don't have a good relationship with your parents, do you understand why that's the case? And do you hold them, like, is there a grudge that's there? Because a lot of times somebody says she got a pet cicada. That's crazy. But a lot of times it come down to, have you healed from that trauma? And do you understand like what that trauma actually is? And a lot of people don't. They still got resentment and they hate their parents. It's shit that my mother did that I would never do with my kid. It's shit that my father did I would never do with my kid. But it's shit that my mother did that I would 100% do with my kid. And the shit that my father did that I would 100% do with my kid. Nobody in here got a perfect parent. Everybody in here got issues with their parents in some type of capacity. And every single one of y'all, it's going to be the same way with your kids. There's no rule book when it comes to parenting. So they're not going to be perfect. So I think it depends on, are you self-aware? Do you understand the situation and what happened? And are you healed from it? And if you are, then do you let that kind of revolve into your next relationship? Yeah, you can't carry that trauma over. And that's something I had to go through, when I was younger, what I'm saying, with issues with my mother and my father, what I'm saying? So I think as I got older, I started to like understand why they did some of the stuff that they did. And I don't have no ill will towards either of my parents, what I'm saying, at all. So I think it's understanding that. And as an adult, it gets to a point too, Courtney, where you got to be grown. All that, I'm not talking about you, Courtney, I'm speaking in general. All that, like, blaming everything on your parents. I'm not saying you do this, I'm just speaking to the point that you made. All that blaming everything on your parents, you got to grow the fuck up. Again, I'm not talking about Courtney, I'm speaking in general. You got to grow the fuck up. If you grown enough to make decisions and shit, and you grown enough to understand right from wrong, you grown enough to understand the things that come with being an adult. You grown enough to you grown enough to take accountability and understand that your own decisions is on you. It's not always on your parents. It's not. So me personally, Courtney, I don't really hold too much leverage with people when they speak about, my parents was this and that made me this, and my dad was this and that made me. I don't give a fuck. You grown as hell. You grown as a you grown enough to make every other decision in your life, but when it comes to you making this grown decision, oh, it's my parents' fault. Or when it comes to you not bringing your trauma over, oh, it's because of my parents. I don't care about none of that. People gotta go to therapy, but they gotta make sure they got a good therapist. But you gotta go to therapy. You gotta take accountability, because if you still lingering on that, ain't nobody gonna fix it. Your parents ain't gonna fix it. They old, not old in the sense that they about to die. I'm saying old in the sense of they've lived their life. They've lived it, and they probably not gonna change. So the only thing that you can do is fix it, which means you either can still be a victim, or you can say, you know what, that's my parents. That is what it is, and I can either deal with them or not deal with them, and I can love them from a distance. You can love your parents from a distance. You ain't gotta. If they cause issues in your life, you can love them from a distance. It is what it is, but you know, I think it can definitely trickle down. Courtney, how you deal with people, but it's all up to you if you're gonna let it. That's pretty much it. That was the last person of the day though, y'all. Okay, she wanna come back up. I'll bring her back up real quick.
Sorry, I think I fixed my sound. Is this better?
No.
Oh, okay. You can take me down. I'm sorry. I appreciate it though. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it too. If that's your real picture too, you pretty, Courtney. You look good. Shout out to Courtney.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
So my question is, how can you tell if like a high value man likes you for real, or if you're just one of many? Like the type of man that literally gets women throwing themselves at him like on a regular basis. Like they don't have to chase.
He'll be territorial about you.
He'll be territorial?
Yeah. Territorial and boundaries.
And what?
Boundaries.
Like what? What kind of boundaries?
He gonna care about what you got on. He gonna care about what you posting. He gonna care about where you going. He gonna care about who you with. He not gonna want you around males. He's not gonna want you having male friends. He's not gonna want you having bad female friends. He's not gonna want you drinking. He's not gonna want you smoking. He gonna want you in the gym. He gonna want you reading your Bible. He gonna care about what you putting into your body. He gonna want you to operate like a woman of value, because high value women, they do the opposite of all of those things.
That don't sound controlling to you?
It's only controlling if you don't agree with it.
Well, he doesn't do any of those things.
Again, it's only controlling if you don't agree with it.
I mean, but my thing, like, why would I have to think he doesn't do it? He drinks. He goes out. He drinks. He goes out. He doesn't go to church.
But you're a woman though. You don't do what a man can do. How tall are you?
5'7".
How tall is he?
6'4".
Exactly. Would you date a man that's 5'4"?
No.
So let's not talk about what men and women can do, because men and women ain't the same, and we're not judged on the same standards.
I mean, I'm an above average height. I would want my man to be above average.
Okay, 6'4" is significantly above average. Above average is 5'10" and a half.
I mean, I would date somebody 5'10" and a half.
But you not though.
No.
All right then. So we're not talking about who would you would. We're talking about the guy that you're talking about right now. And you can't uphold him to the same standard as a woman, because a man and a woman are not the same.
I just feel like, well,
don't care about how you feel. We're talking about reality and facts. Your feelings don't matter in this conversation.
But he likes to have fun. He likes to go outside. He likes to party and stuff like that.
Do you still consider him a high value man? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay then. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, he likes to do that stuff with me though. So why would he?
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. You think you the first woman he done been out with? You think you the first woman he done had fun with? You know how many women I done had fun with? I'm answering your question. Your initial question was, how do you know if a high value man is serious about you and not just you being a part of the roster? And I told you.
You're telling me I'm a part of the roster.
I'm telling you that you're likely a part of the roster, and you having issues with it is exactly why you're a part of the roster. Because a man of value, he gonna get you on point, but he knows, and I know that you're not on point, because you just said controlling. So I know you're not on point. Let me ask you a question. Who's your male celebrity crush? Who's a man that if he shot his shot, you would end up dealing with? If he shot his shot at you, Chris Brown, Drake, who you like?
Drake.
Okay. If Drake said, I don't want you having no male friends, is he controlling? Or would you agree with it?
I guess it depends on how he says it,
He
to be
just said
honest.
it exactly how I said it. Celia, I don't want you having male friends. I don't want you talking to no other guys. I want you to be with me and me only. And you're not allowed to go to no other artist shows. You're only allowed to go to my show.
That's crazy. That wouldn't make any sense.
Would you be with him, yes or no?
No.
You wouldn't feel okay. So that tells me at least you got some concept of, which I know you probably would still be with him anyway, but at least you got some concept of understanding, you know, the nuances between those things. But at the end of the day, it's only controlling if you disagree with it. But what you call control, that's called being territorial. So you don't understand male nature, which is why you're gonna be single and you're gonna keep being part of dudes' rosters. You
Well,
just like the rest of the other women. You ain't
when
no
does it
different from
become
everybody else.
controlling then? At
It's
what point is it
controlling
controlling?
when you don't agree with it and he's forcing you to do it. It ain't control because this is a boundary that I got. If I'm talking to Celia and I say I don't want you going out to no club, it's controlling if you want to go to a club and I'm trying to get you to not go to a club. I ain't that type of nigga. I'm gonna tell Celia I don't want you going to no club, and you be like, no, and that's controlling. Cool, go to the club. You can do the fuck you want to do. You just can't do it with me. I don't go fuck what no woman do. You can do whatever the fuck you want to. You want to be a hoe. You want just like a hoe. You want to twerk, suck, shake ass. You could be all that. You just not gonna do it with like me.
But
That's
if you
it.
met her and she liked to go to the club, she had male friends, she did this and she did that, but now you want to change her.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't deal with
So
women who do that.
why would you want to change her?
It's not about changing you. It's about seeing certain potentials and what you can be in and wanting you to be better. Because let me ask you this: does going to the club have more positive effect on a relationship or more negative effect on the relationship?
I don't know. We could go together. Like,
I didn't ask you about that. I didn't ask you about that. Answer the question. If you in a relationship with a man, you go into the club, whether y'all go together or you go by yourself, does it have more positive effect on y'all becoming old and happy together, or a more negative effect of y'all becoming old and happy together?
I would say it's neutral.
You're delusional. Have a good day. You're gonna die alone and be by yourself. Y'all have a good day, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through to the live. That was the last person of the day. She's the reason why she's in her situation. She's one of those women that love online attention. She loves being around certain, but she's never gonna be able to keep a man because she's fucking delusional and she lost just like every other modern woman. She gonna be by herself for the rest of her life until she get it. But she can't get it because she too half naked online, and I don't even gotta go to her page to tell that she half naked. I know she on the half naked, exposing her body and sexualizing herself. I know she got pictures where she turned around doing a bend over pose, her spoken smooth out, and I don't even gotta look at her page to know she's no different from every other woman online with followers online and that deal with of value. But the difference is them never cuff her. They're gonna fuck her and send her on somewhere. She's gonna continue to get her heart broken until she's turned 36 and either become one of them 36-year-old women who blame men for all her issues, or she gonna be like, you know what, I get it, or she gonna become a lesbian. One of the three options. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate y'all. If you need to book a session, a one-on-one private consultation, hit the link in my bio. You could download the app. You can book a session. I'm available 24/7. Follow me on IG. I don't post content on TikTok. That's the only TikTok I got. I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all.